Yeehaw. We're invisible. Hi. Hi, 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 hi. Alright, everyone. Give me just a second. We're gonna... Can I make myself... There. Now I am... adequate size. Okay, bet. We're gonna get set up real quick. Let me summon forth Polly. So I'm gonna... There. And let me get him in here. You are summoned now. Special summon.
What?
What?
It
Did it work? It worked! It worked! It worked! I'm pogging.
It worked. It worked.
Okay. Look at him. Look at him go.
Boing.
There it is. Oh my god, that was so cute. Can you do it again? Wait, hold on. I think I need to change my stream title, I think. I think it's currently music, so we need to change it to like just chatting. So
yeah, it says just chatting.
Oh, it does? Okay, thank God. Yeah. I was about to say. Now, I didn't do this before stream. But well, first of all, let me say hello. We have Ty, we have William, we have Chippo, we have you, our guest, Polly. We have Guardian, we have Mac, Boing Redeem. God. Man.
Boing Redeem.
Yeah, if we had Boing Redeem, that'd be good.
Okay, maybe.
Okay. We have Yumi Neko when they cry. But first of all, I have as Polly is our guest, I have something for him.
Oh,
Hold on. Where is it?
I am looking respectfully.
Look. Can I interest you in a Dr. 7?
Oh, it's massive.
It is massive.
All of that for me?
Is for me? is for me?
Oh, it's shrunk. Oh.
Look.
Thank you for the soli pop.
Wait. Can we put it under the blanket?
Perhaps.
Yay! It fits under the blanket!
Hello, Yumi. Hello, Lily. Hello.
Let's
Hello,
move it.
hello, hello,
There we go.
everyone.
Hello, we have Yumi, Lily. Oh my gosh. There's so many of you here. Hello. There, Nate.
This is the first official peek at my boy.
This is the first official peek. And I believe you'll be much smaller. Hey, Frost, Lily,
Yes, I will
Yumi,
be.
Shinx. Quite a few people. Oh man, a lot of friends here. I like it.
This is the friendship stream.
We are pogging dreamers right now.
You are my friend.
You are my friend. I'm not gonna go into it. I believe my roommate is having a billion, his 1,000,000th date night in the common space.
Oh.
So, I am relegated to the small part of my apartment. Twitch Sings will be. I've determined we are gonna do it. We will do it at some point. Okay.
Ooh, I should do that too.
Oh yes.
Ooh.
Wombo combo. Okay.
Okay.
So I think, hi Dragonblood, you have arrived. So I think, is there anyone here that doesn't know Polly?
Is there anyone that doesn't know who I am?
You should, because he's one of my lovely mods that also mods multiple streams that you guys are familiar with. There we go. Polly just got affiliate, so follow him. Also, shout out to Diet Jelly for gifting me a sub to Polly before I could do it.
Jesus, that was I can't vote. I didn't even stream yet.
I
I
know,
don't know
I
what to
want-
do. I kind of want to wait for emotes and sub badges and stuff to be done before I do anything, but
True.
yeah, you tell them about me. You tell them about me.
Well, Polly is this really, really cool guy, and he is very active in every community he's in, and we appreciate him very much. And when I asked him, what do you want to be on Mental Health Monday for, the topic he gave me was like, whoa, oh, that's a good one. So, and Polly is also a man I know who we can, Polly and I trust each other with the feels, because we are men of our feels, and I think that needs to be talked about more. But wait, that could be a topic for either today or another day. What else do you want to say, Polly?
Shark Pog.
I'm not gonna lie, I remember when Dude That's Wholesome unleashed her merch on Twitter. I can't speak. I'm still fried from work because I worked all the way up until like 7:15. And my brain's still kind of fried.
Ooh, long day.
So, but then Dude That's Wholesome posted, like, I have merch now. And the first response I see is Polly just posting Shark Pog. And it was the fun. And for some reason, that was one of the funniest things I had seen all summer. It was just.
I love that game.
I should try at some point. Chip, I am thinking we will stream Sonic one day. One day soon. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, that's what we're gonna do. So, Polly, more, since this is your intro segment, for anyone else who doesn't know, we know that you are a streamer who just hit affiliate. You are a voice actor on Corrupted ASMR. You have, and you recently did a voice on my ASMR channel as well. And Polly's videos are very successful. I'm pretty sure I gained like 15 subs after the collab from you.
I just try to be me.
It works.
I don't know how else to do it.
It works. Everyone loves Pico, the cat boy. Yeah, Polly just a great person. I'm very happy he agreed to do this. So, I think maybe some things you chat may not know are your history with athleticism and music.
Oh, yeah, so I I've played the piano from like a very young age, like around 3 years old, and then after that, well, I guess alongside that, like little kids always like they just kind of learn how to sing and stuff. Maybe I don't know. And then there's also like I started learning guitar. That didn't really stick either. And then when I got to middle school, I learned how to play the clarinet. And then the band instructor said, "You have a big mouth. We're gonna move you on the saxophone."
Wait, what? You have
Because,
a
like,
big mouth. Okay.
a bunch of the other kids, they didn't really have like a good embouchure, I guess.
Oh.
So like, you wouldn't like be able to play the saxophone without like a mouth that could really like slip around it, I guess. And then I stuck with that for a good while, and then I learned a few brass instruments as well. And then I guess sports, when I was really young, like around 8 years old, I played tennis for a while. I never played like competitively. It was just like a learning experience mostly. And I was around basketball. I was around football. I didn't really play either. And then I got to high school. I wanted to do track and field because I've always been a good runner. And the coach instantly moved me from the sprinting to pole vaulting without really any much say from me. And with pole vaulting, you have to kind of like sign like a death waiver, as everybody
Yup.
calls it, to like instill fear. But it's not really like a death waiver. It's just like a liability waiver. And then I learned how to pole vault from an Olympic coach who's had many like students under him like get gold medals in the Olympics. Józef Nowobaczki. He taught me how to pole vault. I was pretty good.
Say that name 5
But,
times
like,
fast.
Józef Nowobaczki. Józef. I cannot. Oh, but I learned how to pole vault, and then I got hurt like I think it was my sophomore year, and then going into my junior year, that was like my last season. I pole vaulted because it like took like a big toll on me. But like I've stuck around basketball like since then because like I kind of wanted to transition into something else, and it was a good learning experience as well, learning how to play basketball. So yeah.
So there's a whole lot of, you had pretty much a streamlined experience with both athletes and athleticism and music all throughout high school and your experiences. And, I keep trying not to say college because I keep forgetting how much you're like 6 years younger than me. which I'm like, wait. I have to like remember, like, probably still studying. So, baby. Not that much of a baby. Not baby. In fact, if you were baby, you would not be here.
True.
So you brought up two topics, and we're jumping right into it really fast. So, if there's anything more that you want to say, or anything more that chat wants to know, because I'm watching chat very closely, like about Frost said, pole vaulting is one of the more physically demanding events in track and field. It is.
Oh yeah, I was in really like crazy good shape when I was pole vaulting. And so, like, when I got hurt, it took, like, a big toll on me because I wasn't able to come back just as strong.
So, do you want to start with that, since you mentioned it?
Ooh. Maybe, perhaps.
Okay, so I'm going to phrase it like this. So, one of the topics Polly brought was sports injury. And, we talked about, like, how can the rest of the chat and people relate to that? And it's basically... okay, I might have to tell these guys to be quiet. My roommate's girlfriend is very bubbly. She's very friendly. She's also loud as hell.
Ooh, I did not hear anything.
Good. Let's keep it that way. My walls are really thin, so I'm just making sure you guys can't hear what I hear. So,
Okay.
So what I was going to ask is that, you said there's the injury, and... Chat may not be able to relate to that. Oh my goodness, and we have a raid. Look at that. That's a lot of 7M emotes. Okay, well, this gives me a chance to collect my thoughts before we get into it. Hello.
Oh, oh,
7M
oh.
raid. I definitely 7M, who I've definitely never met in my life, and whose Dr. Pepper is most certainly not on the screen.
Mm.
For any of you who, and you're off to eat. Okay, 7M, enjoy your food,
He's
friend.
gone.
And see ya.
He's already gone.
Senpai, you can chill. Thank you. Go get your food, bro. I know how it feels to need to rush off and get food. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is or Arkhand, whatever you want to say. I primarily do music, but I also stream to play some games. I stream music at least once a week, and I'm also trying to stream mental health talk shows at least once a month at this point. It was going to be once a week, but let's face it, everyone's really, really busy, and I'll take who I can get. And Pauly has graciously agreed to come on and talk about his experiences that I think all y'all can relate to.
I feel like you didn't introduce yourself well enough. You're the 10-time purple pageant queen.
God, I wish that was me. God, I wish that were me. I am. If you follow me, you become purple. It's very simple. I slipped him a 20. Dude, if I had a 20, I'd be keeping it to myself to spend on chocolate at 7-Eleven after this, okay? That's my self-care to myself, because I don't think I heated up my veggie burgers well enough.
Veggie.
Yes, but anyway, yes. Thank you, 7M Raiders. Thank you very, very much. Always appreciate you guys and appreciate all the work 7M puts in. For example, the Dr. Pepper, Dr. 7, Folly's holding, and everything he does for the community as a whole. So what I was going to say is that, Pauly, you said you had some injuries. And how this relates to chat is, and how this relates to both you and everybody else, is that it's a setback. It's a setback that you did not have control over. So we're going to talk about it, the specifics of the injury itself, and then we're going to talk about the specifics, or the generalization we can take with the specifics, and how that has an impact on mental health and what you did with it or want to do with it if it happens again. So where do you want to start?
Okay. Let's start on the day of that injury.
Day of the injury.
It was a really cold day. I want to say like maybe October, maybe early November. It was really cold out, but like we were practicing because it was like intramurals for the track season coming up. So I thought I was pretty well warmed up. I'm pretty sure I was. And I did my normal approach, pole vaulting. So like you start like a ways away from like the pit that you plant your pole in. Get like a good like rhythm run, and then jump, plant your pole, kind of like a spin, sort of like I want to say like springing yourself up over like a bungee cord, like across the top, because we don't use like an actual bar in practice, and then you go over it. So I did all that. That was fine, but it felt like my pole was kind of out of control, and maybe there was some moisture in the pit. I don't remember too well.
It's possible.
But usually that doesn't affect it. Like maybe your pole will slip, but like you're not gonna get hurt like 100% of the time with that. But so I go up, I plant, feels a little bit out of control. I'm like thinking to myself, okay, I need to kind of get this under control as I land. And I did like the one thing that you should never do as a pole vaulter. Landed on my feet on the pit. Ooh. And because this is track and field, you use spikes in your like little shoes.
Like not quite cleats, but almost cleats?
Yeah, like it's metal spikes.
Okay, I got you. I think I know what you're talking about.
So, like they get inserted into the shoe like a little bit, like in the bottom. I landed. My my ankle kind of did a little went like all the way to the side. I felt something pop. I had never gotten hurt like before then, like in anything really. Oop, noises. I'd never gotten hurt like in anything really before then. And then I told my coach, hey, I don't think I can get myself off this mat. And he's like, what are you talking about? And he clearly hadn't seen what happened, really. Yeah, pain.
Very.
Like, I couldn't really get myself off the mat, and then I tell him, help me, and he helps me off the mat. And we look at my ankle, take my shoe off, take the sock off, and it's like already like swollen to like the size of like a large stone.
Oh, right. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is an image.
And then I don't want to put any blame on like the trainers at my school, but they were 100% like not actual trainers. So when I told like a track mate to go get the trainers and like tell them to help me out, I think I've done something to my ankle. They ran, they got him, they come out, they look at it, they feel it. They're like, yeah, this is an ankle sprain, but right now we're practicing this thing where we don't give you ice. And I was like, oh my god, oh my. I was like already thinking to myself, what is wrong?
How?
So I don't know what science they were trying to use there, but when I later went to the doctors after like everything, also I had to drive myself home because like I wasn't gonna interrupt practice, but
on the
also,
ankle, like
I drove to school
with your drive.
I had to drive home.
On the you have to put pressure on the same thing that you just broke.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Well, it didn't break. So what ended up happening was, it was a sprain, a grade 3 ankle sprain, high ankle sprain in my right ankle. And it put me out for 2 months. And of course, when I went into the doctors, they told me, man, those people that were at your school were idiots. Why didn't they give you ice? Could have helped you out. It wouldn't have been as swollen, and you would have been able to like not have the blood pooled up as much. It was really bad. So I was out of commission for 2 months, and 2 months is a really long time.
Yup.
Especially with the track season coming up, and I needed to be in shape. And so that whole season was just like a big like letdown, and I couldn't really like get back to the same point I was at. Like I was at like 13 feet. That was the highest I had cleared before I got hurt, and that's like 3 feet above like regional qualifications.
Ooh. So
I don't know the metric system really. Yeah, I was good for regionals. I probably would have like maybe like won a regional meet as well, but
damn.
Yeah. So that's what happened.
So my first thought is, what was your initial like reaction to this whole thing, like the day it happened? Since this was the day it happened.
I was really upset, and I felt like I had let down my coach and my parents and like just anybody around me. And like I had a girlfriend at the time, and she was really nice to me. She offered to like come over, like do whatever, and, like take care of me. But I was like, I'm okay. I was really sad though.
I think it's interesting that you immediately thought about how you let other people down.
Well, because I don't know. I didn't really have like something else I was like good at the time, so I didn't know what the heck else to do.
Polly, we might come back to that. Hold on. I lost my notepad.
His notepad is gone.
Yes, my little. This isn't therapy. My little clinician's notepad.
Help him.
So you felt like... Okay, so that was your gut reaction. You felt like you disappointed your coach, your parents, other people, like your girlfriend. What about yourself? Because you sound like...
was... Ooh. It was... Those were some dark days, dude.
Do you want to share that?
Like... I didn't really... I think a lot of it's like really repressed because like I can't even like think back on those.
Mm-hmm.
Like just like a lot of crying myself to sleep. Like, am I gonna get better? Even when like I felt like my ankle was like healing, I couldn't really do anything. I had to wear like an air cast over it. And so like I would try to move around. My parents wouldn't let me because it was a really bad ankle sprain. Like a grade 3 high ankle sprain means like you should not be moving. And it's gonna take a long time for like the ligaments to even like heal. And I wanted to be moving around, and that's what like really like generated my interest in basketball at the time because I was able to just go outside. We have a basketball hoop like right outside in my backyard. And I'll just go outside and like sit down and like shoot around. Man, I was like desperate to find like other interests at the time.
Right. So it sounds like the new few weeks or 2 months to follow were just painful, dare I say, in both senses of the word, because we're trying to take this seriously, senpai. This is a mental health stream. And when you have to deal with the fact that like this is something outside of your control, and which is that's already challenging for people to deal with. It's like it's not your fault you broke or you messed up your ankle, right? Like that's just like how physics.
Well, I mean, technically, like if you want to take it like super literally, like I maybe could have like,
but
I maybe could have done something differently. Like maybe I could have like checked the pit first, but like our coach should be doing that. So like I'm pretty sure he had, and it was fine. Maybe I could have not landed on my feet, but like that was really hard to control how I was landing. I think my coach was really upset with me because I had landed on my feet, but I couldn't do anything about it. But
Polly, are you ready for me to crack what you just said wide open?
Yeah, it's.
Are you ready?
It's
are you brave? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Okay, go on.
What you just did is called bargaining. Do you know what I mean by that?
No.
Can I explain it?
Yes.
Okay, so I look at the 5 stages of grief in a very, very general sense, and I don't think a lot of people do this, or I don't even know if a lot of therapists do this, but it just makes a lot of sense. So what you're doing is kind of like bargaining with the situation after it happened. So like I could have done this better. I could have done this better if I had checked the pit myself first, even though that wasn't your responsibility. This wouldn't have happened. And, you might put a lot of unrealistic expectations on yourself, which is the theme of today's stream. So we'll get there in a second, or in a few minutes. And I also think it's a Freudian defense mechanism. Not Sigmund Freud. His daughter came up with these defense mechanisms, and they're all legit. And you're rationalizing. You're rationalizing something that you don't need to blame yourself for. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So what are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. I feel like I do look back on stuff, and like obviously hindsight's 20/20. It's like you can take every aspect of a situation in afterwards, but obviously I didn't I couldn't have done anything else in that situation. You're right.
Yeah. So I'm just what I'm basically doing is I'm just making us both aware of what you're doing, because full disclosure, Chat and Polly, when I was in therapy, the biggest inspiration that hit me was you're rationalizing something that you didn't do and putting it on yourself. And that's like that for me personally has made me hyper aware of whenever I do that. So it also helps me be aware of when other people do that, so we can talk about it and help each other, because you don't want to be blaming yourself for something that's not your fault. Now, I think there is a balance to be had. You don't want to like absolve yourself of all guilt, which like you're being realistic. Like, yeah, I did something I wasn't supposed to do, but also there's a lot of other factors that came into play that just kind of led this to be a crappy situation to begin with. Most of 99% of which probably weren't your fault, right?
Yes.
Are we doing okay, Paulie? I know. No. The reason I'm being so is because I know you and I trust you, and I'm being like, you're getting hard mode. You're getting hard mode Arkhand right now, and you're doing great,
God.
by the way. Yeah, you're kicking ass right now.
Insanity mode.
Yes. No. This is good. This is good because I know you can handle it, and I know.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't think you could handle it. So, as long as you're cool with it. Okay.
Yes.
So the main purpose of this is like that 2 months you had some dark thoughts and you said you're trying to find other things to do. So tell us about that.
Well, I had started developing an interest in basketball maybe my freshman year of high school. I think like I picked up an old NBA 2K game. It was like 2014, and I played the heck out of that for a while. And like it kind of sparked an interest in me and like the players and like certain teams, but I'd already been watching a certain team for a while, so it was just like I didn't really know as much about the sport as I thought I did. And then because I started learning more about it, I developed like a bigger interest. And then when I finally got hurt and had nothing else to do, like that's when it really like kind of blew up. And of course around the same time, I think my team had been doing really well that I was rooting for. And so like I had been watching them like every game, and I kind of like knew more about basketball from like the commentators that were for that team. And so big brain mode, I kind of like started playing after like I had recovered from the injury, even though like it wasn't a full recovery as I thought it would be. And then also like I didn't really like play any other games other than like 2K basketball after that for a while, because like I was so like immersed in like that part of my life. Didn't really watch any other YouTube videos either. It was really weird.
So that's actually another defense mechanism, but it's not a bad one. I want to say that's called sublimation, but that's not quite it. So basically what you did is that you basically found another more adaptive interest that made sense and was like plausible for you to do, and you got really into it. And like it's basketball. Like how bad could getting into basketball be, right?
True.
How did you feel when you were getting into basketball?
I would constantly think about how I am not as tall as everyone else.
You mean you're not like a 7'9" lanky boy? Like how?
True.
How is that possible?
But yeah, I would think about how ways I could be better at that sport, ways to like maybe challenge myself to get better, ways to like use any of my like personal like physical traits to like get an advantage against other people. And it just kind of made sense. And then I don't know. Just sport. Just a bunch of guys being dudes.
What's better than this? A bunch of guys being dudes.
True.
So it almost sounds like basketball was a perfect fit for you, Paulie. It's almost... Now, I don't want to say this because I'm trying to, I'm all about keeping feelings valid, and that, even some of our darker feelings are valid, and it's what we do with them. But I almost... Well, excuse me, not but. I also don't like the word but. I'd rather say the word and.
But.
Yeah, but. No, just... B-U-T-Ts are fine. B-U-Ts are not.
True.
But okay, I've triggered the chat. I've triggered the chat card. Good.
Thank you.
See, that's the kind of butts I like. I don't like the negation butts. Yeah, okay, so Mac, we're gonna go on a short tangent. The reason I don't like butt in the way Mac said it, and I know he's saying it jokingly, he said it that way because when you say "I'm sorry, comma but," the but negates the "I'm sorry" part. Like it just kind of.
I'm sorry, but
it kind of invalidates it. Like the worst one is probably like no offense, but it's like, oh boy, get ready to get offended. So
no offense, but full offense.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I try to use and that actually is something that was beaten to my head during grad school. So what I'm going to say is...
So...
Basketball seems like a perfect fit for you. And also, you know, it still sucked that you had to deal with your injury. It still sucked that you had to deal with everything associated with your injury. So, you know, the balance is like having both those thoughts at the same time. So, how did you manage that dichotomy?
Dichotomy just like went like through one ear and out the other.
What do you mean?
The word.
I meant there's two sides of this here.
Yeah. It was really weird. Like, for one thing, I ended up with a lot of regrets about how I didn't pick up basketball sooner as well. So, like, I wasn't, like, the perfect player. I didn't end up making any high school teams, even though I know I'm a lot better now. And, like, I guess that made me pretty sad because I didn't really get an opportunity to, like, go back to the past and tell myself, hey, you're gonna really like basketball when, like, you're, like 17 or 16, 17 years old. So, like, you should really start playing now. That way, like, you're good later. Like, I didn't get the chance to do that.
Chat, raise your hand if that thought has occurred to you, where you did something you really enjoyed, and you had the thought, why didn't I do this sooner? And it was, like, an actual problem. Because, you know, people will be like, haha, why did I do this sooner? Like, this is great. I'm raising my hand.
Everybody?
My point is that pretty much everybody in chat probably has that. For me, it was drawing. It was... for me, it was art, because I've been wanting to do art since I saw my brother succeed at it. Other examples would be, like, taking music, like, being more open with how I share my music, because more people like it than I was expecting. Or, those are the two biggest ones.
Yeah, and, like, honestly, like, throughout my life, I've done a lot of, like, the dipping my toes into, like, one thing, not knowing, or not being sure if, like, I really liked that thing, and, like, moving on to something super quick because I don't really have the opportunity or, like, the time to just immerse myself completely within something like that.
Yes. So that's another thing, and I think this is another thing that I think, Paul, you can articulate very, very well, is that when you started basketball, tell us about some of the specifics of that thought of, like, why didn't I start this sooner? Because there's something, I think, in there that we're both thinking, but I want to see if you're going to address it.
Ooh.
I mean, even if you don't, that's fine.
Well, like you mean, like, what aspects of basketball, like, made me think that?
Aspects of basketball, you could be the specifics to basketball, or just, like, in general with, like, you know, for instance, you know, I'm just gonna say it, because I think one thing that a lot of people get hung up on when they don't start something as early as they could have is, like, I need to catch up.
Ooh. I'm gonna get left behind.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else has something they're good at already. What am I doing?
Yeah, that's the heavy hitter for today.
And one of my best friends, Bad Apple Yatsu, she was always, like, really, really good at art, but obviously, like, she had put in a lot of time into it before.
Hey, do we want to shout out Baps for doing Polly's model?
Yeah. Hello? She is busy right now with school, but shout out Bad Apple Yatsu.
Oh, right, she does have a Twitch account.
was last seen playing Craigasm. But yeah, thank you for putting her Twitter.
Yeah.
But being around someone like her, like, and, like, a bunch of other, like, talented people that I had in my life, it kind of makes you think, like, okay, how am I supposed to make up all this lost ground? Even though, like, that's not exactly how that works. Because maybe you won't find what you're interested in, like, super early.
I'm pausing because... Excuse me. Well, first of all, I had to... Did you see my model? What's he doing?
Yeah. Nice. I'm pause champing.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, I'm hiding in my blanket under my Kate Catboy blanket for embarrassment.
No fair, I can't move.
No. I was.
Guys, he has a
No, okay. So
straight jacket on me underneath here. Help.
the reason I paused was because I was trying to think about like what to say to that, Polly, because that actually hits really close to home for me
Ooh.
too, because I experienced that in like almost every facet there is. Because I'm not a man of raw talent, and I've said this to you guys over and over again. Everything I've done has not been like sheer raw talent. It has all come from practice. It has all come from me just keeping at something. Like people will be like,
tough dude.
Like, Ark, how do you come up with melodies? And it's like, because I had 4 years of music ed over most people at a very competitive conservatory. I have been messing around with my program for a long time. I played an instrument like Polly did, which we'll get to as well.
Mm-hmm.
I play every low brass instrument known to man.
Let's fucking go.
I do.
It's sick as heck.
You can curse, I don't care.
No, it's sick as heck, dude.
Come on, we had Ari on her. She asked, "Can I curse?"
Yeah, it's sick as heck, dude.
It's like, yo, curse like a sailor, just no slurs, easy.
No.
And I think one thing that like I was thinking about when you said basketball was just like, how do you you get there and it's like, why am I not as good as the other people? How am I expected to compete with these people who've been playing basketball for years ahead of me?
Mm-hmm.
But you kept up with it. You kept doing it, right?
Yeah, I'm definitely like, if you caught me at a park, I don't think there's a person that could just like beat me without me giving them a fair challenge. So
probably, I believe it, because I know even recently you were just like, I'm going to play basketball outside for a little bit.
Oh no, I try to play every day.
Let's go hydrate.
Sippy.
YouTube chat. I hope you're sipping something tasty.
Mm-hmm.
So the big question for you, Polly, is even though you had that thought, despite that thought of, I need to catch up to these other players in basketball, what kept you playing it? What kept you going and improving to be the Polly player we know?
It's really fun. Like, something about like competition in that sort of manner is really fun to me, especially when like you can have fun even playing against someone like who's not like on the same level as you, or like playing against someone that's really 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 good, like super like high level player that knows like everything you're thinking, knows how to counter all of your movements. Like something about that challenge, like on both sides, and like on both sides, like offense, defense, whatever, whether you're talented or not, like it'll show. And like, I don't know, it's very visible.
So do you think improvements in basketball are visible?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
You can see like if somebody has been working on how they dribble the basketball, like their handle, or like their shot looks smooth, or like it's super confident, whether like they're able to challenge you at the rim and like be physical. Like there's all sorts of ways to show like that you're like trying or like doing better.
So I think this is huge because that improvement's noticeable. So the themes I just wrote down were that you can have fun even with somebody who's not on the same level as you, regardless of if that's much higher or much lower. And it was enjoyable for you. And the thing I wrote down was it's accessible despite the skill level.
It really is.
Basketball is a really good sport for that because you can just like pick up a ball and just play with people at a court where you don't need to spend hundreds of dollars on equipment like other sports.
Oh man.
So I'm thinking of the same thing with things that a lot of chat does, whether it be say something like art or even music can be accessible if you're good at Audacity with the free programs out there.
Yeah, that reminds me, like like gaming used to be like super inaccessible, and then like
Mhm.
Nintendo freaking launched out like millions of little handheld devices that made it super fun for everybody to like just be able to like pick up a Pokemon game and like start playing it. Even if it was like a little bit of money, like parents would be willing to do that for like their kids to have fun.
Yeah, and I mean, once we factor in like class and cultural differences, then I think overall it's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
accessible. But even then, like anecdotally speaking, I work with lower income families. People that are on welfare and things like that. I think that's literally every single family I work with during my day job, and
Mm,
most of them have a game system.
yeah.
Does every kid have their game system? Hell no. Like it's like one game system that like the father or mother figure own and they share with the kids, but it's still a game system.
Mm.
It's expected that everyone has a smartphone nowadays too.
Ooh.
So,
I am drinking the same can because this is a big can shrunk down. It's bigger on the inside.
did you know if 7M makes you a beverage, it is infinitely refilling?
Yeah, it's like a Thor's beer.
It's perfect. Which is why for Twitch Things I will be using certain adult beverages because they
Mm-hmm.
infinitely flow. Drink responsibly in real life, please. Um, so, so in addition to skill level, the other or accessibility, the other thing is I still think that Polly, it says something about you and your mindset that you came to that mindset of you can have fun even if you're not on the same level. So how did you get to that? Because not everybody would do that. A lot of people would just give up and be like, this is too hard. This is, I'm not going to catch up. What's the point of starting this late? But you kept going. So what got you there mentally?
Oh man, a lot of like times I didn't perform as well as I expected myself to in terms of basketball, like be it 1-on-1 or like 5-on-5 organized like little like sessions. I was super critical of myself, but I would start to realize that like every time I played, it was like a learning experience. So like I could take something away from every time like I like would play good or play bad.
So you just kind of balanced out like I'm enjoying my experience regardless of how I play.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Like if I play super bad, I can nitpick. I can do all that and it's still like healthy because I know like if I do end up getting better from nitpicking, then it was worth it.
Polly, honestly, the reason I'm like kind of speechless is because I'm also doing self-reflecting and listening to what you say, and I'm just like, Polly's got this down way better than I do. Which is
Well,
no, that's awesome. I'm so happy.
I've had a really hard time like coming to terms with that too. So it wasn't
Yeah.
easy, but it once like you start to piece together like logic like that, it does get a little easier, I guess.
And I think I agree with you.
I feel like I could apply this to a lot more of my life, but I have a really hard time.
Yeah. So for some reason, it's easier for you for basketball specifically.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I think about like things that. Is it okay if I get anecdotal for a few minutes?
Go, go, go.
Okay, cool. So I think about like 4 years ago. I was super. No, it was like 4.5 years ago. Closer to 5. Um, Probably the one of the worst mental health times, just because I was in a lot of toxic friendships. I had grad school to worry about. Grad school is honestly the least of my worries. My grad school experience, I'm very privileged to say, was actually pretty easy because of the field I chose. Um, Not that social work is easy, it's just academically, you didn't have to do that much. But a lot of my stress and the reason I was in therapy was for general anxiety and social stuff. So my outlet was games, and I played a lot of different MOBAs. I'm not going to say
Wow.
one in particular because I pretty much played all of them.
Wow.
Like, I really did play like every MOBA, like at least a little bit. And it was just, who Ark was when he was playing MOBAs back then was not a good person. I am not proud of who I was.
Toxic.
Oh yeah, I was toxic. I wasn't really toxic to like other players because I'd like mute all chat, but I was like toxic to the people I was playing with, which is really bad because they were my friends.
It's easier to be toxic in that situation, though. I do understand.
No, I was not mid or AFK. I am support, and I am not 100% happy with this.
I am doing my best, but I cannot help you.
I can heal health bars, not brain cells, so it's kind of my logic, which not a healthy thing to say. So what helped with that was, first of all, therapy was helpful for that. It was just like getting me out, and it was sort of like telling myself how much does this game matter in a couple days. And I think you could apply the same to basketball. You could apply the same to like any stream. Hi, Taco.
Hello, Taco.
You can apply it to any. It's to any game. You can apply it to like a specific performance, a sports game. You could apply it to a stream for the streamers in chat. Like you could have like one bad stream and you could like really let it get to you and be like, this was awful, and let it kind of like go on tilt from there. So I think Polly's mindset of like nitpicking, like, okay, what went wrong? What went better? What could go better? What has gone better that I should try more next time?
Yes.
It's kind of looking at it with like this logical, critical lens while also keeping your feelings in mind. It's like that perfect balance.
That's why when it comes to like nitpicking like statistics and like why is my stream not doing well, or like when it comes to numbers, analytics like only tell you like some of the truth, and like it doesn't tell you everything. So you can't just use logical reasoning to like go about like how you stream most of the time, because like you have to be able to sit down, watch your VOD, go through, see when chat was super active, see if like you were talking super well. And like even then people could still be leaving, and that's all right.
Yes.
It's very different.
Yeah, it is very. You just don't get every factor, and that's why a lot of social science in particular is so hard, because you can't control for human behavior perfectly. It's literally impossible to 100% control for human behavior. So everything is just like, oh, the evidence suggests this is the case. Whereas like a harder science, you could probably get a little closer to the evidence says this is the case.
Even then you could still come to like correlation rather than like what's the actual cause.
Yes. Correlation and causation are not the same thing. Take notes, past, present, and future scientists.
Big brain.
Although I literally went into social work because I did not want to
be big brain.
No, because I didn't like. I don't like psych research. Undergrad turned me off of it. I'm like, I want to do something with it. So yeah, so that logic. You just
delve right in, huh?
Yeah. I just said like, I'm here because I want to work one-on-one with people, and I want to see the fruit of all this knowledge for both sides pay off. Yeah, so that was a really long tangent to basically say your mindset is very adaptive when it comes to basketball.
Yeah. And I really wish like I could take it and apply it to like a million other things.
So why don't we jump into that? What's different? What's a mindset you don't have with that?
Ooh.
Or what excuse me, I said that backwards. What's something you don't have that mindset with?
Okay, singing, that's hard.
Okay.
Because it's hard to just like flat out improve your voice. And it's hard to like really judge your own voice because you don't know like what it sounds like to other people, really. And like you can only take so much like criticism from other people before like you really like even get anywhere with it.
Right.
Oh, Ray.
Yeah, Ray. Hi, Ray. Well, that's fine.
Hey,
you're
Ray.
busy. You show up when you can. Very happy to see you. I'm happy to see everybody. Look at all these pink and purple names in chat, too. My favorite colors.
Man.
So singing, I noticed what you said about singing specifically is the subjectivity of it.
Yeah. I mean, it's really subjective, so I can't just like find like a certain reason why like maybe my voice isn't like as good as someone else's. But then you can also work in some logic, I guess. Like maybe you don't have the best setup, best microphone, best like best mastering. Y- there's a lot to break down in that sort of sense. Oop.
Yeah. So I think let's. Do you want to answer Frost's
what
question?
Frost said? Yeah. I was in my church's choir like from I think I was like 7 years old, and it was like a big opportunity to be able to do that. And I did a lot of vocal training then, but my voice is a lot different. Like, oh my god, I have a story.
Yes, I want to hear it.
My 8th grade year, going into a little like Christmas concert at my school because I was in choir. I literally, the night of that concert, my voice started changing. And I had a solo.
Oh man. Oh, so you're like your voice started cracking?
Yeah, my voice started cracking like heading into that night. And it was really bad. Like,
man.
Yeah, choir isn't exactly like lessons. You're right, Ray. But like I did get a lot of one-on-one. But like going into that night, like I was like super stressed out, and I ended up doing well. Like ever since then, my voice hasn't been the same, and I really think like maybe I could have like done vocal lessons or something. But my voice is so much different now that I don't know. Like maybe it wouldn't have like helped like going past that little like event, I guess.
Right. So was that like a defining moment for you, or is that just like one
Ooh, big one.
Bumps?
Big bump in the road.
Big bump. Okay, so when you moved, like how long ago was that? Since you said your voice cracked, I imagine you were probably in your earlier mid-teens, right?
Yeah, so 8th grade, and I was around like 14 or 13.
Okay, so there was a long way to go, and I know that you have you have experience with singing. You know, I've heard you sing in voice chat and stuff before. We've heard other things like that. So how did that kind of influence you moving forward?
Oh, Ray, I appreciate it, by the way.
No, you're literally, this is an interview with two music boys. It is totally cool.
You are carrying the conversation in my head right now.
It's not really gonna lie. Singing's something I wish I was better at too.
And it's really hard to get better, I guess, without like vocal lessons, and I don't know. So wait, can you repeat the question?
Sure. So I said like that was one road bump, but you know singing's another thing that you clearly kept doing, you know, even if it was just for fun or just like on the side. So like
because it's a lot of fun for me, but also because like I have so many options when it comes to like singing, like how much music there is. Like there's always another song that I can just like go to and like have fun singing it, I guess. Oh, Ray, are you on mobile? Because like sometimes
mobile. I've never tried to actually watch and participate in a stream on mobile.
It's bad.
It's bad. Twitch mobile is very
really
bad.
I hate Twitch mobile.
That's
so
not
much.
your fault. That's Twitch mobile's fault for being booty.
Big bruh.
Polly, the theme I'm noticing with both singing and basketball is that you kept with both of those despite the huge setbacks you had, whether it be your injury in pole vaulting or your the audition.
Yeah,
there it is, dude. The audition that you had in with your voice is that both of them were still so enjoyable that you kept doing it. So is that a testament to the enjoyability an applicability of both basketball and singing, or is that more of a testament to you as a person enjoying them enough to keep going?
It might, honestly, it might be personality. Like, maybe it just clicks with those two parts of my life.
But, like, that's not a bad thing at all. You know, like, you know, I was saying that to make you, well, this makes me sound like I'm manipulating you. I'm really not.
You're manipulating me, Ark. I can't believe this. This is so sad.
They just call it motivational interviewing because I hypnotize you into motivating you to do something you didn't actually want to do. Haha.
The power of suggestion.
Ooh, you're gonna follow me on twitch.tv/the Arkhand. Ooh. No.
Yeah, do that.
I'm pretty sure most people here are already following. It's fine. Only here's my thing. Only support me if that's what you want to do. This is actually a good tangent. So we were talking about numbers earlier, and a lot of people are saying, like, you know, like, it's really tough to get hung up on numbers. And the mindset I know I want to achieve is I want people to follow me, to support me, to like my stuff, because they genuinely want to. So if that means a lower follower count, subscriber count, whatever, so be it, because it means that all those people are there because they genuinely want to be. I'd rather have a small, genuine, authentic group than a big one where I'm going to lose track of everybody.
I just want to have fun, man.
I mean, that's what it should be all about. Now, I'm saying this because, yes, you know, I make stuff, we all make stuff, that there's a lot of validation to be had in these social media numbers, which is not healthy, and I totally get that. You know, like, I'm basically saying, yes, I succumb to that a little bit. But at the same time, my logic at the end of the day is, like you said, Polly, I'm here to make stuff that people will have fun with, and I'll have fun doing it too. I like these streams, I like playing games, I like making music a whole lot, and I'm going to keep doing it.
I sad tweeted late last night because I was like thinking about how much I want to just like sing and like maybe put it out there. And I was like, man, I want to sing, but I don't think anybody's going to like it.
So you see
like,
that,
even
like,
care, like, I don't know, like, there's just like little stuff like that, like, it bugs me, and like I think about it and then I end up tweeting it. I don't know.
I think the concept of that we'll get to in a second, but you know, you're saying that sort of, it almost sounds like you are not pleased that you did that, ?
Yeah, because then like I mean, I do, like, I did post like 2 instances of myself singing, right? Like on like a little personal channel, but I don't know. Like,
I guess
I don't know.
Yeah, but like, I'm trying to think of where to go with this.
Oh, I mean, there's also like, I want to sing, but there's a lot of like things like keeping me from being able to just like make a cover of something or like even original music. Like, I'm not at a certain level of like playing an instrument or like even having like an instrument to like just create like music, like backing like a song that I want to sing, you know? And like I haven't really found like that style of like music or like somebody I could like work with to make that happen.
Yeah. Yet. Sometimes it just takes that one person that's like interested in your stuff to keep. I almost said music, but it's not just music. That applies to literally anything you create.
Ray, I've listened to your music. It's good.
Mm-hmm. Me too. I just didn't want to say anything in case someone got self-conscious. Throw on the loops. More loops, brother. Fruity Loops.
I crave the loops.
I crave the loops. Fruity Loops Studio. I don't know why I gave myself that accent. That's not my
Cheerio.
accent. No. More loops.
More loop.
I do love. So I think, you know, music is really interesting, and of course that's like a very hi Zubez. Music is a very, like, you know, of course naturally it's close to me, and I've talked about my lapses in confidence, and Polly knows more about my lapses in confidence way more than anybody else in chat. um, I guess some of you guys know, but it's really easy just to have that like reassurance that what you do is appreciated. But at the end of the day, like you got to make sure that I feel like if you appreciate what you do for yourself, other people are going to appreciate it. I love all the Toma emotes right now. They're so cute. Yeah. So, what do you think about that? Probably like
what she just said.
Well, yeah. So, yeah. Answer Ray's thing first, and then I'll.
Okay. Yeah, that's something like I've always wanted to do, but I've never found somebody that really just like made it happen with me. I guess like nobody's like reached out to me.
Is you
like, and I want to put myself out there more, like in order for something like that to happen, but like I don't know how to.
I think, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. It's really, I think music is objectively one of the hardest things to like get out there, get started, because music is such a I'm saying this like in a very loose sense because I'm sure there's way worse, like way harder and way less accessible things. Because I know a lot of people are like, oh, post your stuff on Reddit. I am not posting anything on Reddit. Reddit will rip you to shreds. And I don't think I can handle that. So I know like how I started, when I started producing, for instance, in 2016 is when I started putting stuff out as, people be like, oh, Ark made some stuff. And it'd be like the middle of like a house party. And they just like put it on. And people be like, whoa, what's this? Who made this? You made this? That's pretty cool. And that was like a start.
Yo, that is pretty cool.
Well, that's because one of my best friends is like my hype man.
You are pretty cool.
Bless. No, you. We're gonna get wholesome.
Yeah.
Well, I will tell you guys, when I made the piece I did for Lily, I had my roommate was like, oh, send it to me. And he played out of his speakers, and he comes out and he looks at me and he goes, this is the best thing you've done by far. And this was back in May. And he was just like looking me dead. He's the guy that will not lie to me. Like he will be like, yeah, this part sounds weird. You should probably change that. Or he'll be like, this was really good except for this one thing in the middle.
Oh.
And yeah. And I told you guys, I made that piece for Lily. Yes, Lily, you already know this. I made that in 5 days. And I looked back and I was like, how? How did I do that? I don't know. I've never produced anything of that level that efficiently.
Well, yeah, right. Also, like what she just said, all my audience for music trickles down from your ASMR. Having success in another thing also like does help in that instance, but like it's so hard to get out there with music like that just like incidentally happens. Like you can't really control like what audience you get like a lot of the time, like whether it be friends or like somebody finds you and then like gives you an opportunity,
Right. That's a big thing. Like somebody's like, hey, this sounds really good, can I use it? Or would you like to do this with me? I think Ray, you actually made a point that I think a lot of other content creators in the chat, big or small, can relate to, is that like you have that look how many shitty YouTubers make music.
KSI.
True. You said all my audience for music trickles down from my ASMR. I'm only seeking some sort of success on my channel on my own. I think that's such a hard hitter for so many people where it's like, I'm known for like this thing. So you'll get people from like your ASMR channel to your stream, your music, and it's like, but I want people to come to me for music, not because they already knew who I was. And like you can still appreciate those people. Like I feel like a lot of people aren't what's really cool is when people show up to my music producing streams, for instance, and like I know that's what they're there for. So it's really special to see those people stick around for a stream like this one, or stick around for a stream where I'm playing something like playing a video game, because those people typically only show up because they want to see music production, which is not the only thing I do. What we're doing right now is what I spend most of my day doing, except professionally and not with a friend who I trust.
Man, I don't know you as that, by the way, Ray. I know you as like best sound designed. Like
You are
that
right.
is like the biggest thing, like, and social cue that I would like mention if I ever mention your channel.
True. I think most of chat agrees with that. By the way. I
But
know.
also like, yeah, I see like
See,
like Lily
there's Lily.
Lemon Leaf. Um, you know, fair enough. Your story writing's really good anyway, so
True. I know
um
between Lily's OG videos and Ray's more. I forgot there was one. It was the sleep
Yoshi.
paralysis demon
Oh,
that Ray
you're
did.
gonna mention Yoshi.
The sleep paralysis demon between. No. This is about
No, no, no,
everybody.
no, no,
Ray.
no.
This is literally about everybody. That's why I'm trying to like make this generalizable. So just because we're talking about you doesn't mean that it's about you. Because I feel like this stream, like yeah, Polly's here, but Polly also cares about everybody, and I can trust
I
him
do.
to handle everything we throw at him.
Throw me in.
Yeah, throw him in, coach.
um, I was gonna say like, Lily, she doesn't want to like use like her like, I guess success from her like ASMR channel to just like throw it all into like she's streaming. She doesn't like do like a big post on YouTube every time she streams, even though she could totally do that. And I think
Lily,
that says like a lot about like how she is as a person, or like whether
Mhm.
she's like gauging the interest of like people from her community like going into it, you know.
Lily, do you want to confirm that or deny it? Yeah. No, I think that's what makes us so like appreciative of this community of how like, and this applies to like,
It's
both.
really tight knit when it comes to like the streaming community in general.
Yeah. Well, it's also like this group in general is why I'm so happy to be here is because like Polly said it, Ray said it, Lily, all your actions speak better than words. That we all have like this sense of like desire for authenticity and like genuineness, and still like there's no like selloutiness. Like maybe
It's
there is
shamelessness.
shamelessness. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's what I meant.
And there shouldn't be any shame or like negative stigma in like bringing people that you've already like gathered as an audience into something else. But like you can still want to do something differently, and
Right.
that's respectable.
Hold on. You guys can't hear Mariah Carey in the background, right?
Booba.
Booba.
Let me listen. Hold up, wait.
Booba reveal. Okay, as long as you guys can't hear Mariah Carey
I don't hear
blasting in
anything.
the background, I'm happy.
Oh god, that sounds very cringe.
Well, welcome to my roommate being in a relationship.
Like I actually like recently abandoned my my IRL Twitter. Like I just deactivated it because I was starting to get to the point where like I felt bad like seeking out like what the heck?
I
My
got
stream
smaller.
just refreshed. Heck.
That's because I got smaller.
What the heck? It refreshed my whole stream. What?
Rip. Keep going. You had good momentum. Look how small I am. Okay.
I abandoned that like, well, oh my god, you're freaking tiny dwarf.
I'm small. Because I want to see my hat.
Dwarf hand.
Yeah, you were saying about authenticity?
Yeah, I didn't want to be like desperately reaching out to like IRL people or like anything like that because I felt like they wouldn't respect me. Or like they probably wouldn't be interested anyways because like let's face it, like on my IRL Twitter from like a while back, it was like 600 followers, but like I want to say 450 were just like inactive, didn't even use Twitter anymore, and like I don't know why their accounts are still around.
True. So you felt like to keep that big number?
Yeah, like even though it was big number, I felt like it was unhealthy to like even like tweet on that account, like expecting anything.
Yeah. Authenticity. So I think it's I think it's
Oh,
just.
she's crashing.
Oh no! What does that mean?
I don't know.
I hope it means you're safe and not like the... I hope it means you're safe and the stream is crashing and you're not crashing in real life. I think I'm going to make myself
Good
bigger.
night.
Oh, I am big. Okay, there we go. I am big. What if I... No. Okay, you know what?
Gigantic.
We're going to be happy with my hat clipping. It's fine. Alright, Frost, see you soon.
Your arm's clipping.
That's fine. Kate Catboy can still... We can still rep the blanket well.
True.
Okay.
Bye, Frost. Bye, Frost.
We kind of bounced around all over the place, which is great because it means we can keep going for much longer than my original outline.
Digressing from the point is one of my easiest things to do.
But sometimes, here's the thing: a lot of people, like a lot of therapists, are like, "Thank you for the hydrate, by the way. I do need that."
Cool.
I say this
true,
like it's a
I'll
real
just try.
therapy session. But sometimes the best topics you can get are off the beaten path. You know what I mean?
That's why I feel like interaction between like chat and the streamer like really like drives a lot of streams as well.
Yes, that's why I think it's perfectly okay that like if you know, especially if Polly's okay with it too, of course, because I might have some other I might have some guests in the future that are not okay with like us deviating so much because maybe there's something that they really wanted to talk about, but I know it's like Polly and I are both cool with that.
Yeah,
and like
also like I really like I have a lot of things that like I could talk about like, but I'm not really like interested in just talking about myself the whole time because like I like chat.
I like
everybody
chat.
in chat right now. I like you.
I also try not to talk about myself and my own mental health because that's very easy to, even though I've done that more today than I've ever done before. No, you.
Oh.
Can we all? Okay. Here's what we're doing. We're gonna have a cuddle puddle. Okay. Look.
No, you're breathtaking.
Everyone post their favorite cute huggy emote. Mine is this one.
I don't think I have a huggy emote.
I'm obsessed with Foxy Joel's huggy emote. It is so cute.
I don't have a huggy emote.
It doesn't have to be a huggy emote. It can be a comfy emote. It could be. Here's another good one.
This is so sad.
I like Foxy Joel's. I have who else? I have Lily's. I like Lily Pat. Lily Pat is really good. Who else do I have?
I don't have any huggy emotes. I don't have any comfy emotes to help.
I have she next. I don't want to put she next. Here, Tosto's bald because we have a sense of humor. Thomas bald emote that I love. And here's Bakim being cool. So yeah. Here's our emote cuddle puddle.
Is that Fall Guys?
What? Oh wait, no. William showed us that streamer earlier today.
He did. I didn't see.
You actually have Fall Guys emotes, bro.
Whisper more? I mean, shoot.
Do we want to turn this into an ASMR stream?
Oh God, my ear.
I don't think so.
Was that really too much, chat?
I mean, like anytime I stream, I usually default to like quiet voice because I feel like I'm only loud when I'm with friends, I guess.
Shit,
and
I'm
like
loud as
chat,
hell.
I mean, like other than like chat's obviously like full of friends, but like talking to friends, like verbally, or like they're talking back. I guess I can react more.
There we go. Yeah, that makes sense. But I mean, I'm just naturally like I have a loud carrying voice, which is weird because I'm very much I am an ambivert that leans heavily introvert.
Oh, so you're an introverted extrovert?
I think I'm an extroverted introvert. I'm not
okay.
I'm not...
That makes sense from how you behave. Not to like do
No.
some like big deep dive, like big brain. This is why Arco acts like this, but
I have a theory that everyone's an ambivert. Honestly, I think at this point everyone.
It depends.
Well, I mean, like everyone's on a spectrum. Like, you know, everything's on a spectrum, so that probably also falls into that too. Ambivert is basically both, William. But a lot of people say like, "Oh, I'm an introvert. Like I don't like talking to people.
I'm an omnivert.
I I like attention."
I'm a vert.
Are there really people who can always be alone or always be with others? Yeah.
Oh, I feel that.
I'm an omega vert. Shout out to vert. You know, vert is like green. Like I think it's French.
I hate that. Thank you for telling me.
I'm a vert. It's like there.
I'm still an alpha Chad.
I love that. I love you guys so much. This is great. We are having a wholesome, comfy mental health vibe, and everyone is, you guys are taking it seriously, but not too seriously. That's the way I roll,
I had actually I had a friend recently, like kind of walk all over me for how I just want to have fun. I don't really want to be too serious 100% of the time, even when I'm getting serious. And they kind of took that in a sense of, oh, I can say you're never serious and make a bunch of people upset with you. It was kind of weird.
Huh.
Yeah, I'd never experienced that before, a little while back, and I didn't think people could take that as something against you, but I people are weird.
Oh man, I almost went into a really... screw it. I'm an open book.
Go.
I will preface this. This is a trigger warning for infidelity. So if you're not about that, mute for 3 minutes.
Big praise in chat, by the way.
This happened 4 years ago. So it's fine. So one of the biggest things I had is I had a very rocket fast relationship when I was in my second year of grad school, and it was somebody I went to college with. And by rocket fast, it the speed was this was all within the course of 5 weeks. It was very intense, very fast. So long story short, it ended up with her cheating on me, making out with another person, her ex-partner at an event. And I feel comfortable talking about this because it's so long ago that it's not really a big... That's fine, William. That's actually great, because I'm not going to keep this about the potentially problematic part. So it was weird because then, I was really upset. I was kind of just sick of everything. And at one point she had reached out and was like, how are you? Let's talk. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to pretend this is okay, dude. And stuff. And then she said well, you didn't get mad enough at me. And I was just sitting there what the fuck does that mean? Looking back, I was like, what does that mean, dude? What do you mean I didn't get enough mad? Because I didn't break up with her. What
does that say about that person though? Jeez, they wanted you to get mad. Is that really something they want to show?
I don't know. I mean, she has since apologized to me profusely multiple times. I'm actually on better terms with her than I am the person she cheated on me with. He has not said a single word to me since, and that's fine because it means he doesn't have a spine. So, yeah, basically.
See, I wasn't. Did you find out you were cheated on during your relationship or afterwards?
She told me the night. I was fortunate that she told me the day after.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
See, I found out on my own 2 weeks after my relationship had ended.
I think that's objectively worse.
Hmm.
Just because, you were kind of left hanging and you could have known for 2 weeks. And I think we're all sorry. I don't want to say sorry because I don't want to say pity party for Paulie. No, we're not about that.
Pities for Paulie.
We can empathize that sucked. How about that? Does that work?
Oh, it was big sucko. Big L sucko.
Big L's. I like
Big L sucko.
It sucks.
Man. Bring it making it a little serious, getting cheated on is the worst. And if you don't get closure with that from the the partner you were with, it's what are you supposed to do? How are you supposed to carry your feelings after that?
I think it, you know, and
Like,
people say like, oh, they gave me trust issues, and like people say that as a joke, but I definitely think there's some truth to that.
yeah, like I don't know like if I've really like just I have not had a relationship with a girl after that. So
I mean, to be honest, neither have I. But also, I went on like 3 or 4 different dates with girls, and they were all way more into me than I was them. And I was sort of like, you know, I'm not trying to move it that fast like you are. Or some of them like said some sus stuff to me. I'm not gonna go into what, but they said some like sus thing. Two out of the 3 of them said very sus things. Either like one was like, you know, a diet racist comment that like she apologized to me for. I'm like, why are you apologizing to me when you have an entire continent of people to apologize for? I was like, why are you telling a white guy you're
very
sorry for saying
backhanded
something?
apology.
I was like, what are you doing? And the other one was like,
Monka S.
yeah, Monka S, yeah. The other one was like, yeah, so you seem like really, really genuine, so I wanted to let you know now that, I'm talking to you because, like, I cheated on my last partner. And I was like, yeah, this is what we call a red flag.
Yeah, like what's to make you think like that you would oh, to be fair, you know, people can change and like not to like say like you shouldn't judge a person on like the first thing
Yeah, of course.
like, they say to you. But like realistically, like maybe they have changed for the better, but like what are you supposed to do with that information when you first get it, like right at the start of like talking to someone?
Yeah, that was very much a what do you want me to say to that sort of deal. I was kind of like, okay. You know, like...
Oh boy.
I was just like, okay, dude.
Oh my
Man.
god.
Yeah, props to her for telling you. That was Ness. Shout out to Gygus in Battle for Gygus in Battle. Yeah, there you go, Gygus. Oh, good, because I'm also... No. Well, full disclosure, that partner I told you about, she wanted to cheat on her current partner with me, and that was a red flag I ignored because, hormones say, like, do things that you're not supposed to do. But fortunately, I stopped myself, and I was like, I don't like where this is going. I can't in good conscience do this if you're still in a relationship and he doesn't know or is okay with this. So
how do people even... I don't get how people cheat.
And of course I look back and it's like, this is probably a relationship I shouldn't have ended, considering it almost started because she was cheating on somebody else in the first place. But of course, you know, I was not using my brain. Let's put it that way.
Man.
You gotta use brain. Man. This is not a topic I thought we were going to cover today, but I think it's really cool that we are.
We have common ground.
We do, and we've known that.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Here's something. I don't know if anybody else in chat can relate to this, because I know there's people are in various walks of life in chat, which is really cool. There's people in various. By the way, if the topic of relationships is still potentially triggering or problematic for you, we'll probably be on it for a few more minutes, just so you know.
Big TW.
Yeah, so if you need to like tune out for a little bit, or if you need to like get up, take a break, please do. Please just lurk, and because I don't want to like upset anybody.
I'm gonna be sensitive to anything from this point on. I want to say that like what we're gonna be saying could be like good for you mentally. Like realistically, if it's something that bothers you, like please like just like mute for a bit or like close tab.
Yeah, you know, this is a mental health stream, which can be like a really, you know, we've approached topics like, for example, last time when we had Arya on, Arya talked about some very disturbing topics, but you know, but you know, she gave fair warning, and that's something I really want to get better at, especially since, you know, it's really easy to just kind of dive into material I'm like kind of numb to at this point. Like I've told, I don't know if I can talk about. It's not from a confidentiality standpoint because I'm not gonna tell you like my clients' names or anything. But I've definitely
it's just, is it just freaky?
Yeah, it's just stuff that, you know, that's like definitely trigger territory. But basically, you know, they ask you like, oh, if like a client says they're doing this, you know, you're like, oh, can you show me? Can you tell me more? And they just go into detail, and you have to be like, okay, just to normalize it so it's not like catastrophized. So I'm trying to keep that in check because I know there's some people who will not be able to handle it better than others. I'm turning our lo-fi music up a little bit. Okay.
Oh, there was music.
Yeah, I know it's really really low. I'm playing.
You should have done it through a bot so I could vibe too.
Man, true. True. I could
Dang.
have done that. Chad, are we doing okay? Like, is everyone okay? Are we still?
Yeah,
Are we still good?
we're trying to change the vibes a little bit, but be patient.
Because I know that took a very dark turn for the worse. Okay, not for the worse. For that's not.
Oh my god!
That dark turn for the worse. This is a metal stream.
It was a dark and stormy night.
It was a Saturday.
It was a Monday.
And for me, it was just a regular Tuesday.
Oh.
Here's the music. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. So as we were saying, Polly, is there anywhere that you wanted to pick up with that while we check in with chat?
I think you were about to move to something.
Okay. So I think I was going to say is that I remember I had a mental health stream like a few weeks ago. Or no, it was like a few months ago. I forgot how long I've been doing this. I'm glad you're good.
Man.
Glad to hear everyone's doing okay so far. And something that came up was like different relationships. And the reason I bring this up is I see this happen with a lot of like young men who are like maybe a couple years younger than you, Polly. But it can happen to people older too. And a lot of people think like, I think a lot about that meme that like people are like, oh man, this is what no girlfriend does to you, and stuff like that. And there's these young men and probably young women or young people who, don't identify as either, or they're non-binary. Young people, young adults who think
Young humans.
if I get a relationship, it's gonna fix all my problems.
Ooh.
And when I see that, I just kind of look at them and I'm just like, no.
Nah, you gotta look out for yourself before getting into something like that.
What's that?
You gotta look out for yourself before getting into a relationship.
Yes. So my logic is always like, when somebody says something like that, my initial thought is like, so if you have a problem, like if you're like, like super insecure, you constantly invalidate yourself, and you do all that kind of stuff. If you can do a relationship, then what you are is the same, except now you have the responsibility of a relationship on top of that, and you might get even more hurt. Now, I'm not saying that's
maybe you have a few perks, like maybe that person's really caring or is like able to help you out, but like
Not
you don't want to just
necessarily,
be dependent on someone. Yeah, it's not necessarily gonna be like that always.
Yeah, So it's that feeling of needing as someone to confide into, Yeah, I just kind of worry about like that dependent factor where like all of your validation comes from one person. And I know like for me, when I was a senior in college, that's what triggered a lot of anxiety for me during the second half of the year. I don't know what my throat just did, but I don't like it.
Ooh, he's got the hiccups?
No, I don't know. I like inhaled hair wrong, and I was like, oh!
Yep.
Thank you, Ty. I needed that. Oh, this water feels great. Oh, look at all the hydrate.
You got a double.
Oh, there we go. Oh, God, okay.
I don't have any like IRL friends right now, so I feel that, Ray.
I mean, but like, if you can make a meaningful connection online, especially in 2020, when meeting people in person is can potentially
Impossible.
Yeah, can potentially literally cost you your life. Can't even say that jokingly. Jokingly. For those of you guys who don't know what the jokingly is from, it's from a Yu-Gi-Oh copy pasta. A very specific Yu-Gi-Oh copy pasta. With like this Jersey Shore-esque guy like ranting about how he got banned from playing a children's card game because he was cheating.
Just digress like that.
Okay, but I say jokingly so much that
You have to explain.
But I have to explain it now. So I really don't see anything wrong with having, online friends like that. Because I didn't really have that many online friends until quarantine started, and like it really started in April when I really started getting invested in Discord, but I didn't really join these communities until May. But I know there's people who had online friends way longer than that and like way before the quarantine hit. Same time. No, I completely agree with you, Ty. We're happy to have you. Trust us. You're part of that, so don't exclude yourself from that. Here. Where's my... There you go.
Big appreciation post this entire stream.
This stream is not only mental health, but it's to appreciate everybody in it and appreciate all of your experiences.
Chat, you're very much a part of it. Thank you.
You're part of it. Polly's part of it. Ray's part of it. Shinx. Taco. I'm just going through chat. Lily. Me.
Lily.
I almost said Shinx's name twice because his name came up again. Arch. Yeah, no, this is... I'm feeling the warm tinglies. How about you, Polly?
Bro, I'm serotonin levels approaching maximum.
So, yay, serotonin.
Yay, serotonin.
Woo! That's what I've been waiting
Woo,
for.
baby.
So,
Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. That's what you're waiting for.
Man. Ray, do I need to get you on the show? Do I need to get you on here?
So,
By the way,
Ray, you be spitting.
I say that like I'm gonna do therapy on you, and that's not what I want to do. I cannot provide legit therapy to any one of you. That would be bad. That would be unethical, and it would not end well.
But if you want to talk about something,
Yeah, we're
and
just
maybe
here to.
it will be helpful for anybody. I think that would be great.
I don't think anybody's
Too far gone. Come here.
Come here, my little pod champ. Yeah, so people put a lot of stock into like their relationships, and I always think about like, oh my god, this is where's Kupiv? This is a very society moment
Pain.
where people are like, oh, I'm not married by age whatever. Usually it's like something in their 20s. Or, you know, I don't have
I'm
a
not
kid.
married by age 21. Please help me.
Yeah, what the okay, so
My mom just sneezed. What the heck?
bless you, Polly's mom. I
Bless
love
you, mama.
Thank you for making Polly appear.
Appear.
Pocopico, mom.
Appear.
What am I doing? Yeah, I didn't want to say like thank you for birthing because that sounds weird. No, so people say that, but I think about like, okay, my dad was 39 when I was born. My mom was like in her early 30s. So like, all of this, like, this is me personally. So like, when people are like, I'm not married and with like 2 kids at 21, I'm just kind of like, bruh. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of like, bruh, like, it's fine.
Maybe it's just like an impact of like a lot of happy ever after, like just anything where like you get to this certain point and it's just like settled down. But like for a lot of people, it's not just like you get to a certain point and everything settles and like everything is what you expected it to be.
Right.
You know, expectations are a little weird.
I think the correct response is do it when you are ready.
Yeah.
There is no like, if someone doesn't get married till they're like,
you can't like say like something's like too late because maybe something good happens to you and like maybe it is a little further down the line, but like that's okay. There's no like too late unless like not to be like morbid, but like there isn't like a too late if it does happen, right?
I mean, no, I wouldn't say that's morbid. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, that's something, Ty. There you go.
Man.
Well,
That's beautiful.
I think what this kind of boils down to is like, you know, the topic of relationships is kind of like, I think it's like tip of the iceberg / halfway through the iceberg. You know what I mean?
Who wants to be old, by the way?
Because at the end of the day, it comes from like, I want someone to have affection towards me because that validates me. You know what I mean? I externalize my validation to other people. Is like where a lot of this comes from. And I'm not like, if any of you do that, there's nothing wrong with it. Like I said, you know, like I admitted, like, before, like, sometimes it's really hard for me to not play, like, the numbers game on Twitch or Twitter or my YouTube subscribers or whatever. You know? So...
Big hard.
Yeah. It's hard, you know? Because it's like that's putting, like, the validation in how good I am as a musician or how good I am as a content creator or how popular I am to a number, which I don't think is fair. Because you look at, like, all the people out there, like, who are amazing, like, amazing artists, amazing content creators, and they have, like, sub 100, like...
Fifi, Mother Macabre, literally, like, the entire chat.
Yeah.
Like, it's all a matter of, like, how someone perceives you, and it's not really, like, up to you to decide, like, if you're, like, good enough yourself, you know? And, like, you can decide that, but, like, does that make everybody else's, like, vision of you, like, invalid? No.
This kind of goes in the realm of philosophy, but I feel like, for example... how do I put this? The arc that Pauly sees is going to be at least a little different than the arc that Ty or Taco sees, because you're the most two recent names in chat. And the arc that I see is going to be a little different than the arc that, say, Ray sees or Sir William sees.
Yeah, you know, what Ray's saying right here is, like, when you just stick to yourself and, like, you're in your own little personal bubble, you can just, like, stay on the grind. You don't have to pay attention to what everybody else is doing. Sometimes it's a little easier. And, like,
yeah, I agree.
That's okay, but then, like, it gets to the point, like, okay, you don't have, like, people around you to support you, like just straight up, like, giving you validation constantly. So, like, does that help you at all to, like, just stay on the grind after you've hit a certain point? Or maybe should you, like, start involving yourself in the community and, like, take a risk, like, see if, like, maybe you can learn from those people that are bigger than you, or, like, maybe, like, some people that are, like, the same size as you, you know?
Okay, this is a topic I was expecting us to get to, because, Pauly, is it okay if I share a little bit about your Allstate story, or do you want to share it? Because this kind of relates to it.
Oh, man. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so the reason... This was the big topic for today, and that does not invalidate anything else we talked about, guys, because you guys learned a lot about me, you learned a lot about Pauly, you learned a lot about me. Hopefully you learned a little bit more about yourself that you didn't realize you knew, which is kind of the whole point of this. If you learned, like, at least a little bit, or something resonated with you, that's exactly what this is for. Right. Because we just want to make it... My whole end game is just to make these things easier to talk about. You know... I will not make your mental health problems disappear, but I'm hoping I can make stigma disappear. Let's put it that way.
True.
So... Okay, so what you guys are talking about in chat we're going to get to, because I think it's relevant to what Pauly expressed, and something that I know we felt. You know, I think everybody in chat and Pauly and I have both felt to some extent. And so this is I don't think this is necessarily going to be a triggering subject in terms of, like, trauma.
It's painful.
But it is, like, very painful.
I don't think... It could bring about, like, thinking about, like, certain things that have, like, troubled you, but, like...
Yes.
Try to take it with a grain of salt.
Yes. Okay. And I'm going to try to keep it as objective as possible, because I feel like in the last... Especially this week, like, from this weekend up until today, I have been able to process a lot, so I think I'm pretty confident in my ability to get through this myself, because I'm not going to lie, it's a little challenging for me to do. So, without further ado, Pauly brought up to me that he had an experience auditioning for Allstate band. And for those of you who don't know, that's, like, a band comprised, I think, is it high school level?
Yeah, high school level.
Okay, so you have the same thing as me. So, it's the high school level band made of, like, people who all successfully passed an audition to get into the highest level, or the highest band, just all around the state. It's a very arduous and very competitive, like, competitive to the point where it's toxic. I'm not even joking. I've heard so many stories about people stealing music, stealing instrument parts, just so, like, somebody better than them doesn't have a chance to audition. The movie Whiplash actually covers that really well.
Oh my god.
That movie is anxiety incarnate, and it's such a good movie.
Oh my
that is
god,
a great
I love
film.
it. Just the tension and everything. It's just like
It's such a good movie.
the perfect thriller.
Yeah, Whiplash is good. But yeah, I see you. I see you, Ray and Ty chat. I promise we'll definitely get to it. So Polly, did you want to say anything about that experience, or did you want to keep this to chat? I'll leave it up to you since it is your experience and your topic.
Well, it's like I worked really hard, and it's sort of like almost like a camp experience, like where you get like music for auditioning. You work on it. There's like sessions basically, and then you go in and audition. At least that's how it worked in my state. No, chat, you're fine.
I promise you, it's okay.
And then like you already have like some perspective, like your skill level, what other people are at, like how good you are at sight reading, how good other people are, especially if they're playing the same instrument as you. And like you bring in some like previous experiences. Like I was first chair tenor in the honor band in like Vegas, like going into this.
Tenor saxophone, right?
Yeah, tenor saxophone. So like getting to that point, like I was already comfortable, I was already confident, I already knew like my knowledge of music and like how it would like fare against like other people's. And like what it came down to was more of like the politics of it, like how the people judging the auditions like went. I was not chosen, but I know like now, like looking back on it, obviously like hindsight 2020, I said this already, but welcome to the stream, Petit Poison.
Oh yeah. Oh, thank you, William. No, I got you. There you go.
So like loud. Okay. It's like I know now that it wasn't because of my playing level that I wasn't like selected to be a part of it, but like it was still like really, really tough to deal with like a letdown like that, and also like the feelings of like I'm not good enough, or like maybe I should have practiced harder, like like the bargaining thing you talked about. But like at the end of the day, like it's an experience that I wish I probably didn't put myself through because of like just how like difficult it was. And to like deal with afterwards and deal with during. Man.
Music in general is so competitive. Just like, hi Bun Bun.
Hi Bun Bun.
So like,
ooh, I do not want to talk about uni.
oh dear. Oh, I get actually kind of angry and salty when I talk about a lot of the competitive conservatory culture, and like some of my closest friends are all like a lot of the friends I still have from college were all part of it in some way. But I think oddly enough, my closest friends from college all felt kind of burned by the conservatory in some way. Especially my first partner. They really screwed her over.
In what way?
So I'm actually on very, very good terms with my first partner. She and I are good friends and stuff, so I feel very comfortable talking about this. So basically, sophomore year, she was to audition for the Wind Symphony Band, which was like the band that got you class credit. And there were so many alto saxophones that they had to cut some. Yeah, it was so she didn't get credit because they cut her, and it was like she was one of like the hardest working saxophone player there. But they're just like, oh, we just have too many, so you can't get credit this semester.
Oh, that's too much.
And I was like, we're paying how much to go to school and this happens? So like, she was beyond pissed off. Now that's a bit different because it wasn't like was I good enough? It's sort of like I just kind of thank you, Hesh, appreciate that. It just kind of tells you,
it says he shoots, she scores. He shoots, he scores.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you may artist formerly known as Blaz. So yeah, so that experience is a bit different because it's not like she didn't think she was good enough. It's just that she kind of got wrecked by the system, which is that's a story for another day. But I think one thing she did is that there was like an absolute she wasn't a child, she was a young adult. There was like a prodigy saxophone player, as in like she could like sight read something and play it like at beyond professional level. Like it was scary. So like, and she would always compare herself to her. It's like, why am I not, playing as well as her? Why am I not, doing this? And just because.
Oh, that hit so hard.
And it's just sort of like, and and it's like you can't even.
It's hard not to. It's hard not to compare yourself to other people because we're all human, right?
Yeah.
But like, we are all different, and so. And also, Ray, freaking college and uni, I hate it.
I think
bad.
I can't. I don't. I have. It's just like I'm like. Long story short, the reason I didn't double major in music is because I really did not like the competition. Like it made me feel sick. And so I was just like, I'm gonna play at the level that I'm comfortable with, and I'll take my minor and I'll go home with it.
Man.
And it's like, for you, Paula, you put a lot of, and now here's the big topic. Okay, Taco. Thanks for stopping by, my friend.
Bye-bye, Taco.
See you, buddy. We'll talk to you soon. So, I think the hardest thing, Paula, about your experience, and perhaps other people can relate to this, not just for music, you can really apply this to anything in terms of like auditioning, or not even auditioning, just like not getting what you expected. And that's the expectation. So what you told me in DMs before we started this whole thing, Polly, was you felt, it was about your expectations you put on yourself. So are you okay to share that with chat?
I don't know how to word it really. I like on the daily have expectations for myself, I guess. But like in terms of like what level I wanted to be at in music and like other facets of my life, like even when it comes to like I wanted to be a game designer when I was a little kid. I got into computer science really early and like ended up stopping in college because like even though I thought I would like it, I didn't have like enough prior experience to like know like what it entailed or like what it was going to be like, so it ended up being hard. And so like failing to meet my own expectations like with little stuff like that is just constant. Oh boy.
Do you think it was just, thank you, Dragon, do you think it was just like
well, I think I said this, I dipped my feet into like a lot of like different things, like jack of all trades, master of none. I feel like that applies to me a lot.
Yeah. Okay, that resonates with me. I don't know.
Man.
Because a lot of people like want to put their all into like one or two things, but a lot of
Man,
people...
Ray, your art's so good too.
Yeah. A lot of people just like, there's multiple things you want to be good at, and there's nothing wrong with that, because there's a lot of cool things that you can want to be good at in this world, which is so cool.
Yeah.
So, okay, I see...
Too many cool things. There's so many cool things that I wish I, like, spent more time on. Dude, it
right?
hurts.
Right.
Oh.
Right? Like, I could be a pro gamer, but,
Why not?
because I know I have priority that I want to put into other things.
Man.
You know?
Priorities. Ooh.
Yeah, priorities could be a whole separate stream, honestly. Is how to set those. And I think there's some people who are really, really, really good at setting priorities, and there's some people that don't. Yeah, Hash, if anything feels forced, that's gonna kind of like let you down a little bit.
He shoots, he scores.
I like it. But I heard you play piano, man. That's good. It is good. So, my band. So I think there's two different directions we can take this, Polly, which is expectations, and the other, I lost the word for it. Expectations is one direction. Expectations and meeting them is one direction, or the feeling of, and this circles back to what we talked about very early on with basketball, is left behind, or like catching up, or not feeling adequate enough, which also relates to expectations. So we can take it a very specific route, or specific but abstract route in expectations, or we can take it a more general but more potentially more focused. I wouldn't say regret.
I mean,
I don't think
yeah,
regret.
it's not necessarily regret. Even like now, like because I didn't fully explore like a lot of the opportunities I had growing up, or because now I see like a bunch of different opportunities being presented to me, and I haven't like fully like reached into like these certain aspects of my life. Being left behind is just like anything I try to get into besides like gaming, maybe like
Smite.
Smite, like probably like one of the games I'm definitely better at. Like maybe like a first-person shooter like Call of Duty. I'm really good at those two. But like, just like not just like gaming, like just anything I wanted to like try to get back into. Maybe like if I wanted to get back into piano, I know it would be the hardest thing ever, and like that just fully drops my motivation to do it at all. Like if I can't make visible progress like happen, it makes me lose my mind. Oh.
Who determines that progress?
See, that's tough.
Yes.
Because I did have a piano instructor growing up, but like now it would be me, but I know how music is. So like I understand that I probably have no shot at becoming a pianist if I even if I practice daily.
Right. Mm-mm. I think that's one of the hardest things to see. And I think about, again, this gets anecdotal with myself, which is with art. Because art is something I took up in, I think it was the end of June, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, you've gotten so much better.
See, thank you so much, Polly. And I know you've seen a certain secret piece that I've worked on. I look at that, and I look at like what I have on my computer from like earlier this month, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, who is this guy?
Man, who just drew this?
Like,
it ain't me.
Especially the next one, I'm like, who drew that? And I just like
having out-of-body experiences.
Yeah, but it's like I remember at some point I was like so self-conscious, just like, oh my, so far.
Bless you.
To go.
Bless you.
Yo,
oh my.
Gesundheit, whoever that was.
Bless you.
Okay, now that I heard. I know you guys didn't hear Mariah Carey, but
But Arco's gotten really good at like drawing, and like he spent a lot of time doing it, and like that's visible progress.
Oh my god, guys, you're being so nice to me. Art isn't even like my highest priority of things, but I really appreciate this.
Appreciate Arco.
No, I appreciate you guys. And I was gonna be like, let's take a break. I love everyone here because this is a really touchy subject. We've touched on so many difficult and touchy subjects today, and you know, Polly's doing amazing by being like
the mental health magic rainbow.
Not only is purple magic real, but mental health magic is real.
Yes.
And isn't it? I think like Poison said earlier, like isn't it just nice to just like have this conversation? Like it's very cathartic. Okay, no, someone.
Oh, I heard that.
Okay, bless you. That's with 2 doors closed.
Bless
by the way.
you.
That's with 2 doors closed.
Bless you.
That's how thin these walls are. That's why, like, if the dog barks, you'll hear her, and I'll be like, Suni, stop.
Yes.
So yeah. So you guys are great. You guys are hanging in there really well.
Making noise now. Oh my god.
I don't want to say hanging in there. We are just pogging. We are pogging gamers. Oh,
A Sith Lord?
I did, because that was Marble's stream.
That is epic.
Yeah. Yeah, Clips too. Paying great art program. I got it for $25. I got my the pen. It's not a good pen, but it's an okay pen for like $30.
Pineapple apple pen.
Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of people here that could definitely help you get started if you wanted to start. See, now I think the thing is with art in particular, and
accessibility
is accessibility. Which is, there's some people who do it on pencil and paper, and they're, or like on their phone. Didn't Ploob do it on his phone?
Yeah, Ploob does it on his phone.
Yeah, what the?
I've had many attempts on traditional and one attempt on a tablet.
Bruh. Like, yeah. So like everyone's like digital art. Like Ploob using his finger just like blows my mind because Ploob achieves.
Garage. I'm muting.
Oh. Okay, he's gonna mute. But I was gonna say like Ploob is flexing. Ploob using his finger and phone is like not like, yeah, sure that he's probably got some raw talent in there, but the fact that he's doing it and that's how he's learned says something. And I'm not saying like, oh, because Ploob can do it, so can you. It's like not quite. That's not quite how that works. But there's definitely a way to start. I like the zooms. So I guess the main takeaway is like, and yes, we are going to get to this is going to be a Vivi stream moment in a good way. Vivi streams are super chill. They wind up with this topic a lot, which is great because I love talking about this. So, I think if there's something you want to do, there is literally no point in not doing it. Like, you have nothing to lose by just trying it. So, like, if you wanted to do art, if you wanted to do singing and stuff, I don't know, Vasilius, I have so many different games that I could play. But I don't.
This man out here playing Spyro.
True, I'm not playing Spyro. I still have to play Doki Doki Literature Club. That's been suggested at least twice.
Okay, I'm back.
Which would be a blind playthrough. Oh no.
Yay!
Yeah, you have nothing to lose in trying new things. Now, here's the thing. I know people out there will be like, oh no, like I'm wasting my time. It's like, but did you really? Did you really lose time? Did you really waste time? How do you define wasted time?
How do you gauge your own wasted time? How do you gauge loss? How do you gauge a lot of things,
I'm going to relate this to
that's
Shiny
heavy.
Cardboard. Do you know how many times I brought Shiny Cardboard to a Shiny Cardboard playing day?
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yep. Chat should know I play Yu-Gi-Oh! And I played it a lot before COVID. And there was times I would show up and I'd bring a deck that just did not do well at all. And so if I said like, okay, I'm 0-2. If I lose another, I get to go home early and hang out with my friends. If I win, let's see how far I can get. And it was sort of like, I think my mindset back then was trying to make a win-win out of it. Like, if I go home early, that means I don't miss out with, like, friends who are, like, starting to hang out and do stuff.
Making win-wins out of things is really hard because, like...
It is really hard.
I feel like a lot of...
We'll be right back. No, just kidding. We're going to wait. No, Polly's right. Making a win-win out of things is really, really hard. Because you have to like.
Sorry, people don't respect privacy in my house. Sorry.
Oops. Uh-oh. Posture check. That means you guys too. My back is comfy now. Thank you for that. Oh. Thank you.
Thank you so
Seven.
much for the 100 bits Coke Gaming.
Thank you, Dr. Seven, for the Coke Gaming. for the.
Dr. Seven soon, probably.
I'm not even drunk.
He'll have a dot. He'll have a dot.
Thank you, shout out Coke Gaming.
Man. I was gonna say, the way I treat a lot of like win-wins is I don't like to think about them, and instead I'll treat them as blessings in disguise, because that's usually what it
Fair.
is for me. I don't like just having something as a backup, because it doesn't usually end up working out that way.
Another posture check.
Posture
Okay.
check. Oh,
Thank you, Ray. No, I'm good.
just realigned my spine.
I need a new desk chair so bad.
Yeah, me too. Mine's really noisy. You know, people like hearing that.
Ooh, that's hot. Gonna sample it. Gonna sample it for future base. So here's another thing. Here's another arc in his own, the therapist when he went to therapy experience that you guys might appreciate. So there was a time someone way before I knew any of y'all, someone was working on this will sound familiar, Polly. Someone was working on a school project and they needed music for it, and they said, "I would like you to do music for this. Can you send me some samples?" And I was like, "Sure." And I'm not gonna lie, 2 out of the 3 samples I sent them, and I think this was like early 2016. No, it was like early 2017. Excuse me, it was early 2017.
Man.
Some of the samples I sent that person, I sent them 3. 2 out of 3 of them were not very good. I'm not gonna lie. The third one was good. The third one I was actually pretty happy with. And they were like, "No, I'll thank you for offering. Thank you for the samples. I'm gonna pass." And I was like, "Okay." But I was also like,
Damn.
but part of me, I think part of me knew that it definitely wasn't my best work.
So were you bargaining with yourself just now?
Yes. No,
Don't do that, Arco.
I know. See, even us therapists need a taste of our own medicine. You got to practice what you preach sometimes, but it's hard.
Man.
No, I definitely think it. I legitimately have thought this for years. I don't think it was my best work. So, and it was just a sample, so I don't know how you could show off your best work in a sample form. So I brought it to
So
my therapist.
what were they really requesting?
I don't.
Do you know what they were doing?
They're like, "I want it to sound like Castlevania."
Okay, dude.
And they're like, "Send me an example," and I was like, "Yeah, sure, I guess." So I brought it to my therapist, and he was just like, "Okay, let's be real though. If you didn't, Shanks, I'm not Epsilon. I'm sorry."
Oh God, Epsi.
Yeah. So
Freaking Poggers champion.
Poggers, so many Poggers musicians. I'll get to that. Ray is you being on for as long as you can means a lot to me. Trust me. So I really appreciate.
Yo, Ray, thanks for coming out.
I appreciate your input. If you want to come back in the next few minutes, we're gonna keep going. Do you have the stamina to keep talking? I should ask you.
What? I didn't know there was a certain time that we were trying to reach or anything. So
Bro, I was trying to go for 3 hours. Not gonna lie.
Oh wow,
dude. No, I'm loving this. I can keep going.
I've run out of drink.
Do we need to take a 2-minute grab drink break?
No, I don't have more. So.
Okay. Well, if you need it, hold on. This is for you, chat. If chat needs a 2-minute drink break, please go get it.
You redeem time.
I meme on my own chat.
You redream?
Drinking. Shout out to the guy who spelled drinking as drinking on freesound.org.
Drinking.
Drinking. Thank you, Gygus. I am drinking. See, William remembers. Ty remembers. Drink.
Hot chocolate, bro.
Don't tempt me. Yeah.
Cocoa.
So anyway, what happened? The samples went in. I brought that whole issue to therapy, and my therapist goes, "Okay, so let's look at the pros and cons." And when someone says that, in a therapy position. Lily, don't say peppermint mocha. That's my favorite winter beverage of all time.
You are hurting him by saying
my
that.
pain Pecco. God, please help
My
me.
existence is pain.
Oh my god, I love peppermint mochas.
I thought when you tweeted pain that you were just memeing. I didn't know you were actually in pain.
Who tweeted pain?
Cool.
Oh no. Why is my life pain, Fecko? You are Bits leader. I was asking if you've done anything social anxiety. Would love to talk to someone about that. I don't know. A lot of my anxiety was related to social, but the reason I went to therapy was like a couple different reasons. Because I did have social anxiety related to a couple people in particular, but it was also because I noticed every time I got on the bus to go to the city to where my classes took place, I'd be like, oh no, did I lock my car? Oh my god, did I leave the oven on? Oh my god, is my dog okay? And I'd like freak out for like 30 minutes on the whole ride.
You were going down the whole like spiral.
Yeah, it was like in hindsight, it was actually worse than I thought it was at the time.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, there was a point where my therapist was like, "Are you sure you're okay with once a month?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I'm not sure you are." And I was like,
"Okay." Are you okay with once a month?
Okay, I don't want to make this fully
Did I lock my brain?
But it's kind of funny in hindsight how like delusional I was, because
was there a bit of a delusion? Like, what was going on?
Well, it was because I thought, like, you know, I was invalidating every single one of my problems so bad back then that, like, him saying, I think you need more than once a month was, like, the biggest sigh of relief to me. Like, oh my god, my problems are real.
Oh, he validated you by saying that.
He did.
Wait,
I wasn't validating
it was a guy?
myself. So I remember leaving that session, like, crying happy tears, like, it's real! Like, my problems are real. And then, like, in hindsight, I look back at that, I'm like, what was wrong with me? Good lord, it was bad. Yeah. Oh, I left... There were so many times where, I left session feeling like a glass had shattered, and not in a bad way. Like, it was, like, very, very painful, and, like, I felt like a void in my chest. But it was just sort of like... It was like, okay, now we can do something with this. Like the glass around me has shattered, now we can do something.
The jar full of rotting candies just like broke open inside you.
Why is the candy rotten?
Because, you know, you gotta deal with it, maybe replace it.
True. Yeah, probably. And we did replace it. And now I'm 10 times better at catching my negative thoughts and challenging them. Which, by the way, and I'm gonna tell this to you, Paulie, I'm gonna tell this to chat. If you want to do some mental stuff on your own, and this is a free clinical fact redeem, well, it's specific to me and my style. As I always say, and this doesn't require a therapist.
Forgot to redeem clinical fact arc.
This doesn't require a therapist to do. If you can catch yourself in those thoughts and say, well, hold on just a minute. And do it like Paulie did, like break it down logically while keeping your emotions intact, you've done half the work by yourself.
And, like, even if you do have to cry, like, it's okay.
We are men. It is okay to cry. Everyone cries. It is okay. This is something that my therapist has told me to do. Bruh, I had a session today where I got to tell, like, a 15-year-old girl, I was like, I'm giving you homework. I was like, girl, I'm giving you homework, okay? I'm giving you homework. I want you to catch yourself in these thoughts, and I want you to accept them. And I want you to tell yourself it's okay to have them, and I also want you to ask yourself if this thought helps you. And it was just like, she's a very good client. She was very receptive of it. Cognitive therapy. The technique is called thought challenging, specifically.
Yeah.
And my end game for a lot of my clients is to the point where they are doing that 6 out of 7 times. Because you're not going to do it perfectly, but if you can do it most of the time by yourself and challenge your thoughts on your own, you have officially become your own therapist and you're good to go. Maybe not permanently, because you can always come back. Like, there's no shame in that. Which is another thing.
I feel like the most, like, rewarding moments I've had with my own, like, mental health have been where, like, I just took a second and I was like, man, that's not right. And I gave myself, like, a good old, like on my cheeks. And I was like, you know what are you doing? Why are you acting like this? And, like, I challenged myself a little bit.
Right.
Oh.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
Oh, but you were so quiet. I was like, oh.
No, because I was thinking about that, and I was like, that is a good thing, and I agree with you, Polly. Like, I've had times, I'm not going to go into what over specifically, where like I was able to just kind of like let myself feel something and just be like, well, wait a minute, and just kind of come back to it. And there's been times where I've been like very, very upset and I just needed to like vent it to somebody real quick. Usually that person has been Polly. Sometimes it's been 7M too. Because you guys are my bungalow.
Bungle.
Yes. You guys are the bungalow, the OG bungalow.
What about Frost?
Hi, Frost.
Oh, welcome back, Frost. I thought it said, what about Frost?
What about Frost?
What about Frost?
What about it, bro? No. It's fine. So, yeah. You know, I think, and Paul, I want to hear your thoughts about this, and Chad, I'm going to ask you the same thing. It is a lot. I think a concept a lot of people have is that like it's okay to like fail at something and come back to it later. So like even if it's like mental health, if it's like something that doesn't go your way, it's okay to just like accept that for what it is and try again. Because we put so much emphasis on succeeding the first time, I feel like, and that deters so many people from trying new things, which is something we talked about a couple minutes ago. So what do you think, Paulie?
Ooh. I feel like the thing I've done that best with has been basketball, where I kind of like feel like I failed or whatever. I have like come back to it because like where does that leave me if I like just go away from it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I can still come back, get better, improve.
It's as simple as that.
It's as simple as that. It really is.
Sometimes
I'm gonna come out of this like applying this like everything now.
I mean, it's hard. There it is, dude.
There it is, dude.
There it is. There's so many ways to say "there it is, dude." It's great.
There it is, dude.
I've been that way about art too, Ty. Like I took a long time off of art after Inktober. Which, by the way, when I started doing art, there was no way.
You both did that.
Yeah. Squatch, these are Kate Catboy's blankets.
This blanket's so cozy, bro. There it is, dude.
Comfy. Kate Catboy. We have the two asset gods on stream. We have Kate Catboy's blankets and 7M's drink. This is like, I love this. This is exactly what I want.
Also, can I say this looks exactly like a Dr. Pepper can like image? I'm not even joking.
It does. It's got the shine on it and everything.
No, this looks like the real thing.
For real, he did nail it. I drew it, no cap.
He drew it, no.
Well, there is a cap on it. See, look, the cap's still on it.
That's not a cap.
Lol.
No cap.
Oh, man. Okay, you know what? Screw it. Here's something I want to talk
You've
about.
been bullied into no cap logic.
Lol. Here's something to talk about.
Okay.
What do you do when you see somebody succeed at something that you did not? Or that you wanted to and they succeeded more than you? Because this is something that I have such a huge... this is one of my biggest weaknesses.
I don't know.
Me too, Lily.
I'm sorry for laughing. Oh.
No, I'm not even joking when I say me too, because I see those things and I'm like, okay, you know what? I need to get up and take a walk right now, otherwise it's gonna be like,
no,
in my chest. Like,
I understand.
That's what I'm asking. It's hard. The question, Gaius, was, what do you do when you see somebody either achieve or succeed something that you wanted to?
I don't take it very personally.
That's why I'm asking you. That's why I'm asking you, Polly, because you don't take it personally. Where I know, and I'm telling you, like like I said, I have nothing to hide from you guys. This is something I regret to say, well, not regret, that I'm willing to admit I take personally.
Huh. Well,
let me
I need
actually
to
no.
break it down.
Poison said it
You
well.
need to give me an example.
Okay, here we go. Here we
Okay,
go.
I had okay, when I started pole vaulting, I was with a girl named Susie, and she was a gymnast. So going into it, she was already super flexible, super strong, but she had a problem where she had hurt her back doing gymnastics. So that's why she like started approaching pole vaulting so seriously. I was better than her at first. Then after I got hurt, she was always like a lot of steps ahead of me, to the point where like she was at state track competitions and like winning, and she holds like the school record for the high school I was at. It's like, you know, and I don't think she's even carried on with it. It's like I don't take stuff like that personally, but at the time, it was pretty hard for me to deal with, because I wanted to like continue to be where I was at, or like even like try to get like half as good as like what she was doing at that point.
Right.
But at the end of the day, like, it didn't end up being something that I continued with anyways, and it didn't end up being something that she continued with anyways. So there's not really like too much of a problem. Like, you got to think of it in context of like your whole entire life. It's not just like you're not just in that moment. You're thinking your entire life.
I think there's a lot of factors to consider, because usually what you see, and this is something I have to remind myself constantly. You are usually looking at somebody's finished product when you can see yourself from sketch layer to work of. Yes, I'm using an art analogy. You are looking at yourself as a work in progress, constantly.
Ooh.
So you don't see any of the layers. You usually do not see the layers underneath.
You really do have to stay in the moment a lot of times, but like you can't just like take things in context a lot, because you live your life in the moment. You don't live your life thinking like 10 years ahead or 10 years back, where you accidentally like threw a kid against the wall or something in like PE or whatever, like whatever. You don't think about those moments that happened in the past, and you don't think about a moment that hasn't happened yet in the future. So like when you see someone succeeding at something that you like failed at, it kind of breaks your perspective on the moment.
I think it's a really tricky thing, and I saw like a bunch of different things in chat that different people did differently, which was like, you know, people said like I get upset, I cry. 7M said
Toma?
For me, I'm just reading chat, dude. That's what Lily said.
Toma?
Oh,
Hello, Toma.
hi, Toma. Yes, this is a very deep conversation. That's what we're here for.
Toma, are you doing better after yesterday? Me and Ark were watching your stream.
We were having a watch party.
Mm-hmm.
We like doing watch parties with people.
Geeky.
Yeah. See? Toma, you are well loved here. You are very welcome.
Bro,
welcome to our
Toma is friend.
comfy but also challenging to get through mental health stream. But that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. What else? 7M said, for me, it depends on who it is. It's a balance scale of how much I want to support them and what they achieved.
Wait,
I kind of want more
information.
information. I kind of want more information on that. Poison said something I wanted to read, which was, he said, I'm gonna be honest. Wait, hold on. You're scrolling too fast. Why can't I scroll?
Well, you feel like you failed. You didn't exactly process the failure going into it, maybe. That's different too.
Ooh, no.
Maybe you don't have perspective on like yourself failing before then.
I'm glad, Toma. I'm gonna put that in chat.
Toma. Yo, give her VIP.
I know. I need to give Ray VIP. I need to give Toma VIP.
Wait, you can do that.
I can do that right now. Yeah. Okay. You want to shine? Okay. Toma gets shiny pink diamond. I forgot I can just do that. Lol. Anyway, while we talk about that, just like I think you guys all have very different views which is great. You know, honestly, I think that those different perspectives are really, really cool. So, something I think about a lot is just like, I know I have a hard time with it, and I've done a lot of self-reflection on this over the last few weeks. So, I think for me, what it comes down to is like, this person achieved something I didn't, and it's not necessarily that it's like, you know, I want to be them, or I want to have that particular achievement. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I see, like, if I have a friend who, like, gets into a music college that I really wanted to, or, you know, they do something and it gets noticed by somebody, that's, for me, that's sort of like, okay, that's great. And it's like, it's not about that achievement. It's about, I am not achieving that level, and I am afraid of being left behind of the people who are achieving that level, if they're my friends.
But, like, also, like, there's, like, the jealousy factor as well.
So, okay.
Yeah.
So,
and 7M said it right when I said
there
it.
It is, dude.
There
7M,
it is.
I'm going to read your comment out loud because I want to make sure I understand it correctly. So, like, overall, I do feel happy for them, or I do feel jealous of them, and that balance of support versus jealousy, which depends on what the achievement is what weighs out in the end. For most of my friends, I want to support them. That outweighs any sort of jealousy. Yes. Yes.
Man.
That's true. So, okay, so...
And out here we stand 7M because of how far he's come.
Exactly.
Like, just this past year. Oh my god.
Exactly.
This year's been so good for him.
And 7M is not going to leave us behind because he is a cool friend.
But no expectations. If you really need to 7M, like, run away. Get out of here.
Leave, goodbye. See you, space cowboy.
We will still care for you from a distance.
Okay, you get...
Of course, mental health is you, though. We are our brains.
Use brain. Use yourself. So I think for me, it's just sort of like... I don't know how to word this. Because I don't think I've actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, I'm not sure if I fully processed it. Basically, what I'm trying to say...
Try.
Yeah, I am going to try. Because this is a mental health stream, and I'm going to keep going because I trust y'all, and I think this is important for me to get out, for other people to understand. Okay, I lost the words again. It's not because I'm like upset or anything right now. It's because I'm like really having a really hard time formulating this. Okay, the dichotomy of it for me is that I feel guilty.
Feeling jealous.
Okay, so before we talk about jealous, there's a difference between jealousy and envy.
Mm-hmm.
And so envy is as simple as I want what this person has. Pauly has a Dr. 7 in his hands. I want a Dr. 7. That's envy.
Too bad, sucker.
Exactly. That's literally the envy stops there. For the sake of simplicity. Yeah. Yes, Lily.
Yes.
Lily. I feel
Lily,
fucking terrible.
I said this a while back. I was actually struggling with. I didn't say this in the stream, but I was struggling with a bit of jealousy and like other issues, and like it's like a daily like feeling when you have like friends on the scale of like Vivi and Lily, like who are like super successful, have like great voices, are funny, talented.
Look at Thomas Shiny Diamond. Okay, continue.
But like. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna like distance myself from like those friends because they're freaking cool people, and I want to like take as much as I can from them. I learn from being around people like Lily and Vivi and like Toma and 7M. Like maybe I could like get like something out of like those friendships. Then I want it to be like just like kind of become people like them because they're people I look up to.
Right.
Like even you, Arko, because like you have like super cool like therapist job, and you also
very privileged
do
to have
super
this job.
cool music.
Honestly, if it weren't for like your guys' community though, my music wouldn't even be close to the level it is now. No,
it's not foreign at all, 7M.
I have mixed feelings about you feeling jealous of me, but just remember I'm close to double your age.
Old.
I am old. I'm 27, guys. If you didn't
27M?
know... 20... Oh my god, 27M.
It's all here.
Yes, Poison, you should totally watch Lily's videos. Check this out.
https:// wait, that's Twitter.
Yeah, that's her Twitter, but it has links to her stuff.
True.
Now, watch this thinking,
youtube.com/c/lemonleaf ASMR.
Yeah, Lily.
Awa.
Yeah, it's Lemon Leaf. Check this out. It's at the Arkhand. It is time to tag me.
Hello?
See? Did you not know that you had a command in my channel? You little PogChamp.
Look at this guy.
Look at this dude. Look at the top of his head. Wait, he doesn't have any hair.
All right, we're digressing a little bit, but
we are digressing. So the point
it's so human. It is so human, and like I was struggling because I didn't think that everybody else kind of goes through the same thing.
You know what, guys, I think we're all having like a validation puddle right now, and I want to keep it as a validation thing and not a co-rumination thing, which I think we're doing a good job at that.
I am keeping my spirits high.
So it's still okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to define jealousy from how I see it, and then I want Polly, I want you to define jealousy from the way you see. First I'm going to answer Vasilis's question. So validation is saying like your feelings are okay.
Oh, what a moonation!
No, this is a big word because I actually think this is a problem in online communities. Not so much anymore. It was a big problem on Tumblr, but Tumblr doesn't exist. So co-rumination is, imagine you take one sad person and you put them with another sad person, and instead of saying like, hey bro, it's okay to feel sad, I'm here for you, they just kind of bounce their sadness off of each other, and then it just gets worse. You know what I mean? Yeah, shout out Lily, shout out Toma, shout out Can we get another shout out for Polly, by the way? There are people in my chat that do not follow Polly yet, and you probably should.
That would be Pogger's champion.
The word, Vasilius, is rumination.
Co-ruminate. Jesus!
It's co-rumination. Yes, rumination. Yes. So, we're not doing that because we're not just like, we're not having a pity party for yourself. You know, this is just, we're just validating each other. Right?
Was that a social? Did I miss a social cue? I feel like I missed a social cue.
No, that was me pausing. Don't worry.
Okay, I was like,
no, don't worry. That was me taking a breather. Guys, remember, I talk for like 5 to 6 hours a day as part of my job, and then I stream on Monday, Thursday, Sunday. So
I also talk the whole day. I feel that.
I'm just. Especially since I literally had 20 minutes between my last client session and starting stream, so I'm just like, bruh. Hey, Ash, thanks for coming, bro. I really appreciate your time, really appreciate your input. I hope you have a good rest of your evening and good luck with your classes.
Yes. All of that.
So, my definition of jealousy is it's related to envy.
Hard R.
Jealousy is more like a fear of losing something. To me, it's more about the fear of losing something. Losing something that you have. Or losing an opportunity that you have. So when people say like...
Ooh, that hit me.
Yes, that's what jealousy is to me, and jealousy is my biggest weakness. I will tell you guys that right now. I'm not afraid to admit that. I've come to terms with it. I am actively fighting it. Or not fighting it. I don't like fighting emotions because they're part of who you are.
I will fearfully admit that same.
Yes. So to me, jealousy is a fear of losing something. Man. So I'm gonna just let that sit for a little bit.
Whether it be a position you have, like, in a certain friend group, or, like, you have a friend that, like, started giving another one, like, attention, and, like...
Mm-hmm. It's like, well, what's going to happen to me?
You wanted to be the one.
Yeah, what's going to happen to me now?
Or, like, you see your significant other, like, giving someone else attention. Like, what are you to them?
Ooh, spooky.
What are we? Ooh.
Oh, 7M, that's a good one. It's almost like a more personal extension of FOMO. Yes, Yes. That's exactly it. And FOMO's another one of my big weaknesses. You never thought of envy and jealousy as different concepts. Yes, Toma, I'm all about... bringing stuff like that to the forefront. So, we're glad to have you around, Dragon.
Toma, we love when you do the thing.
Oh my god, Toma, please. I know, I said this in your chat the other day. I love the thing. I love that so much. It makes me so happy. You have no idea. It's just you being you. I love it.
It's something they do in Japan a lot as well.
It's so great.
Like the so, or like
I love it.
Validating a conversation as it goes.
Oh. It's like all of our favorite friends do that thing. Have like one thing they do. Oh my god, Shinx. Okay, just for you.
Ooh,
Ooh, what's this? Notices your 2008 or 16th notes. Ooh.
ooh.
Oh my god, what Polly does that so much better than me. I'm trying not to like.
What's
yell
the
at
whole thing that you go on?
What?
Ooh, notices your 2016 notes.
What the?
Whoa!
What was that? What was that?
That wasn't me.
Oh no. Okay, good.
Walls thin.
Gamer rage. Oh no.
I think my dad picked up my breath.
Oh no. Man, you won't hear anything like that from here. So yeah, so with me, jealousy, like so.
Wait, do you guys actually think that's good, by the way?
The what? The ooh.
High pitched voice.
Yes. I don't think anyone.
I don't know. It sounds different to me. I think. It's okay. I mean, I don't know. When I hear it in my own head, and like even on recording, it sounds like me still. So like maybe it doesn't like. You reckon? Well, that's good to know. I don't think I've done that on stream.
It is very good. Is that another ooh-woo? Oh no, it's another one.
Ooh, what's this?
Oh my god, okay, I think...
That sounds like Mr. Meeseeks.
Who?
Mr. Meeseeks from Rick and Morty.
Oh, I never watched too much of
Your
that.
brain's not big enough to watch Rick and Morty.
No, I don't go on Reddit other than to look at Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
It's funny that you say that, Willie, by the way.
Oh man. Ooh, is that a teaser?
I don't know.
Ooh. Anyway, I like the vibe we got going here. So my too long didn't read with this to keep up the vibes. I don't think the corrupted command works here, unfortunately. We can add it.
Pain, Pecco.
Pain. You can link their
Just
YouTube.
Ty in chat recently has been falling short a little bit.
I think it's funny. But it's okay. I appreciate the effort.
At the expense of poor Ty.
The mod power.
I'm sorry.
Okay, dude. Yeah, exactly. The point I was trying to make with
I keep forgetting I hear you before stream does.
The point I was trying to make with the whole jealousy thing is that it's my biggest problem. I think it's my biggest emotional weakness. And it takes a lot for me to... I think it's because I put a lot of my validation into other people, which, like I said, practicing what I... Not doing a good job at practicing what I preach, that's a huge thing. So if someone starts talking to me like, hey, this musician is really, really good, that starts making me anxious, and it shouldn't. Shouldn't to that extent, I should say.
Shouldn't.
Right? So, in college, if people are like, oh, Ark, listen to this tuba player, this euphonium player, I'd be like, haha, that's great. I'm a tuba euphonium player. What are you trying to say? It's like what... I wouldn't say that, but that's what my mind would go to.
Your brain.
My brain would default to that, and it still kind of does, and I do not like it, Sam. I do not like green eggs and ham.
Why are you bringing up John Coltrane around me? Are you trying to say I'm not like John Coltrane? Because I will tell you that I am not liking at all.
Okay. So if it's not to that level. If someone's like, "Oh, Ark, look at Skrillex," then I'd be like, "Okay, that's
What
like,
are you trying to say?
you know what I mean?"
Yeah.
So if someone's like, "Look at Skrillex, look at Marshmello, look at Snail's House," I'll be like,
I feel
"Cool,
like
I like those bands," So
I feel like a lot of the things I do, it's hard to compare to other people, and that usually helps me out a little bit.
that's true.
Like, I've yet to see a person that looks like me. So, like, I haven't seen a doppelganger. I haven't had, like, a celebrity look-alike. It's like, you don't end up with a lot of, like, people bringing things up to you that, like, end up bringing that sort of reaction.
True. I think it depends on what you're into.
Yeah, exactly.
So, by the way, if I think the point I'm trying to make with jealousy here too is like it's like something I've experienced, a lot. It's, up until like this weekend, it was a challenge for me that I was working on privately. But like I think between like the support of a lot of you guys really, and I have a lot of you guys to thank for that. Polly, in particular, has seen a lot of it just on the side and just that reassurance. Like it's definitely getting better in terms of like self comparisons. The phrase like comparison is the death of joy, and like I say that, but then like also people have needed to say that to me unironically, and it's very true. And it's just it's hard, and I know a lot of people struggle with that. What do you think, Polly?
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
Definitely.
So I guess one of the last topics to approach for the night is like, how do we address that? Like, I know that's a loaded question, right? Like, how do we address that as such a loaded question? But just like,
I think it's hard because you have to have people around you that are understanding and like aren't necessarily like people that like you're like, I don't want to say like not jealous of because like it's kind of weird. But like somebody that's like understanding and in a position to like get where you're coming from. Like, and if you could like talk it out with that person, like maybe they could like offer some insight that would help you out, or maybe they like also like see a little bit of themselves in you, like like empathy.
I actually have talked to people directly about where that comes from, and like it was like I've had some very open conversations with different people about like my feelings of like where that I didn't specify it was jealousy, but I called it more anxiousness, and I'll get to the second half of this about why it makes me doubly anxious, and I'm sure many of you guys can relate to this too. The conversation went very well. Those conversations with other people, either on the internet or in real life, went very, very well. And I think it was because I just kind of laid all my cards out on the table. And I think it's really important that when you do that, you have to articulate in a way that means you're taking ownership of your feelings. So this sounds very childish, but it's so true, and everyone needs to do it. If I say like, I'm going to say like, I feel this way when this happens. That means I'm taking ownership of how I feel. And that way it's going to take it off of the person that's listening, and they'll be more likely to hear you out. I think that's a huge help. And the other thing is I always preface it with like, I always feel guilty, or like I feel like this like sharp pain in my chest when I feel that way, because it almost feels like unfair to feel that way about like friends or people that you're close to.
Ooh, especially when like like how hard they work.
Yeah.
That's a toughie.
It's such a complex emotion that's like, and I'm really happy.
And it's hard to validate.
It's hard to validate on both sides because you're kind of invalidating yourself by having that guilt, but that guilt is real too because you want to see your friends succeed. You want to see other people succeed because
I am
you care
proud
about
of
them.
my friends.
You are my friend. Exactly. And so I think having that conversation, and like, there's just something really respectable about telling somebody you care about, like, this is openly how I feel about what's going on. But that conversation, sometimes the other person isn't ready for that conversation, which, that's at that point, that's not really up to you, I don't think. Because, like, if you, like, tell them, like, here, you put the ball in their court because you already did. And you say, like, I feel this way when this happens. And they say, like, whoa, man, that's a big ball to drop. Then I think the response should be like, okay, well, then, okay, so Ty, I'm going to do this to you, too, because I think you can handle it like Polly did. You said, I hate bothering other people with that kind of stuff. Who says you're bothering?
You are not a bother.
You don't know if you're bothering them until you try.
that.
Yeah. If you determine you're bothering someone before you actually talk to them, then you're bothering them. Because that's what's in your head already.
Yeah, so like you don't get it. You didn't even give yourself a say in it. In fact, you're letting like an intrusive thought get away with it, and that's like, ooh.
Just I know no, I'm not going to deny the idea of it is intimidating, because it is intimidating. I'm not going to...
It is.
Yeah. Assuming is the biggest bitch.
If you assume, it makes an ass out of you and me.
Yep. And it's really easy to jump to those conclusions because what anxiety is actually a defense mechanism that is part of our evolution.
Yes.
So you're literally overcoming something that a lot of times you're programmed to do. But if you have anxiety that bad, that means that the programming in your brain kind of went a little haywire. And that's okay, because it's, like, that's just how it happens. And, your life experiences shape that. Your brain chemistry shapes that. It's not your fault. You just got to work with it. Okay, so you guys ready for a weeb analogy?
No.
No, you're not ready for weeb?
No, I'm ready.
Okay. Okay. Naruto fans in the chat.
No, come on, get another one.
No, I have to, because this has actually worked. This has actually worked with my clients.
Okay.
So, yeah. So Naruto's got the nine-tailed fox in him, right? Dotebayo. I actually had a 15-year-old who's now 18 that I use this analogy with, and she was like really happy with it because she was like, "Yay, weeb therapist understands me." She was a big weeb too. I know that she. Don't tell my other. She's one of my favorite clients. She's a big sweetie, and she's one of the first people in her line to graduate high school. Isn't that cool?
In her family?
Yeah.
That's insane, actually.
And she overcome her dad abandoning her and her mom. A lot of stuff. I'm just like, okay, that's me gushing about her, but love that client to death. So I use this analogy with her, and she's like, well, I have this evil version of me, and I was like, oh yeah, do you have an example? And she was like, yeah, like the nine-tailed fox in Naruto, and I'm like, I know what that is. And then, so she's like, well, Naruto is friends with the nine-tailed fox, right? And I'm like, yeah. And so we worked through it, and she was like, instead of fighting against it, we just kind of got to accept it. And kind of use that. Maybe not use it, but just accept it instead of trying to suppress it down. So that's one example. Who here has seen Scott Pilgrim? That's my other example.
I love Scott Pilgrim.
Okay. Oh, good. Oh, Polly, I didn't know. That's actually one of my favorite movies. Even though it's got the
Okay. Chat. This is a question to all of you. Who in chat doesn't actually love that film? Because
I can see people disliking it because of the manic pixie dream girl aspect of it.
But it's it just kind of had to come together that way. Never seen it? You should definitely give it a watch sometime. No opinion on it? Never watched, never seen it. Ooh.
There's
definitely a good watch party for
Lily, I will remind you and warn you, it makes fun of vegans at one point.
Yeah. But
that guy's a bad vegan because he had chicken.
He did.
So he's not a real vegan. He's a cheater.
It also is a meme, so take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I'm remembering that, but now also I think I'm more focused on the potential whole friend zone element of it, and the whole what's it called, manic pixie dream girl, which are my personal problems with it. Oh yeah. So I could definitely see some people having some problems with it, but the point of it is the final boss that Scott has to fight Oh shoot! Do I spoil the end of Scott Pilgrim to make a point?
No, do not.
I guess you're gonna have to watch the end of the movie and find out,
Ooh,
or read the book.
man. Yeah, I would say there's too many people in chat who haven't seen it. It's such a good film.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
All that build up.
for that. No, but that's the point I'm trying to make. Okay, well, I'm not gonna spoil.
No, now you can't even stay on the topic because it'd be a spoiler.
Yeah, but we're gonna change topics. But anyway, back to Naruto. Back to Naruto. Yeah, it has Michael Cera. Back to Naruto.
Wenza.
So it's like you can't. Jealousy is something that it's like you have to treat those things kind of like the little gremlin on your shoulder that's like, hey, you should feel bad that your friend got something that you didn't, even though they worked really hard for it. And you gotta be like, shut up.
Jealousy was a bit different.
I mean, it is. I mean, there's the jealousy part, and then there's the whole like, the same gremlin's got like a little more horns now, and he's saying like, hey, well, you didn't achieve this, so your friends are gonna pick this person over you because they value this achievement or they value this over you, which is unfair to your friends when you think about it. Now that I've said it out loud, because it puts.
And also, if those people that you're labeling as your friends did do that, were they really your friends? You have to ask yourself that.
I literally pogged IRL for that. I really was about to be like, oh, that's a good one. That is true.
Imagine not spoiling a 10-year-old movie. Well, you guys hadn't seen it. Sorry.
Is it 10 years old? I guess it is almost 10 years old now.
Yeah, they had their 10-year anniversary.
Holy shit.
They did a script readout.
Wow. Dope.
It was really good. I sat down for that whole thing. It was fun.
Wow, that's cool. I remember seeing it in 3D, and I thought I was tripping balls the whole time.
You were.
The movie was such an acid trip. Hey, that'd be fun to watch. But yeah, so basically, like, it's I don't like the idea of like shoving down feelings that you have because they're natural, and you have them for a good reason.
Usually.
Yeah, usually. Some feelings come up, and you're just like, bruh. So I think with that, you kind of have to acknowledge,
just like, bruh.
I think there's a certain level of confidence in yourself that you need to overcome things. Like, you need to be able to notice your merits and notice that you can do things differently. So when I think about, like...
Give yourself more credit.
You give yourself... I'm pretty sure everyone in chat can afford to give themselves more credit than they currently do.
Chat, if you're here right now, give yourself a pat on the back.
No.
Just for existing.
I'm going to give you more than a pat on the back. I celebrate K-pop is one of my badge things. But I want an excuse to use this. There. Look, this is me towards chat. Zoom in on the Foxy Joe Huggies. I don't care. This is a pay to win emote and I love it. It's so cute.
That's not K-pop.
It's Joel. Look at him. He wants to hug you, chat.
Oh, okay. When you said K-pop thing, I thought you were gonna do one of those K-pop emotes.
Look. Now we're hugging. There we go.
There we go.
There we go. Look.
You promised chat K-pop art.
Do you want K-pop? Okay, bet. You get
No. Start singing.
Yes or yes.
Gangnam Style.
I made Nemo style.
True.
This is fine. Okay.
Poor Toma.
Hug us. Look, no, I am hugging you. That gave the Foxy Joe huggy. Okay.
Fine. I guess you are my little pog champ. Come here.
Never gets old. Okay. Polly, do you have anything more you want to talk about or like say on this topic? 'Cause
I think
we're in an interesting spot right now.
I do not think.
I do not think. I cannot read.
I cannot read. Hug them.
Hug. I am. Okay, here you go. Who do we have? I need...
Who?
If I get more
looking
emote
for...
slots, then I'll open up some more... I'll probably calm some emotes once I have enough slots, but...
I'm waiting on mine currently.
I'm not gonna calm Huh? Machet. We did cover a lot. Guys,
Machet.
Did we just some feedback from me? Did we take away anything from this? No, I'm sure we did, but like I want to know from you guys, like, what did you take? That sounded awful. That sounded way worse.
Did we take away anything from this? Was this really like a good stream, or like this is just in our heads?
Okay.
No,
my goal.
I
is
know
like,
what you're. I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
What was the takeaway?
Yeah, what was
What's
your guys'
the biggest takeaway?
I'll tell you what mine was. My takeaway was that, I think that the thoughts that we think are particular to us are actually shared by more people than you think.
My takeaway is that I can apply some of the things that I do good for myself to a lot more areas of my life instead of just basketball.
Yeah.
Goid.
That's a good
I agree.
It's just, I think that you have that, you can, I think there's like things are more generalizable than you think is like the very general thing. I'm glad, Toma.
Thank you, Toma. Tomagachi.
I'm glad you guys could all be here. Like, all of you, whoever you are, wherever you are in your life or in your career and whatever you're doing, or you're, some people are younger, some people are older, that, you guys all have experience this shaped who you are, and you might have your moments that there's these speed bumps, but I think at the end of the day, a lot of us are way more similar than we thought. Yeah, exactly, Poison. Let me reshared some of my thoughts and emotions by Reeve. Yes.
This was, in fact, a very cash money experience.
Yeah.
Would pay to be on the show again.
This was great. Can we thank Polly for being an epic friend and an epic guest, and more importantly, an epic friend. How about that?
More importantly, an epic gamer.
Yeah, one epic gamer. MVP
Thank you,
Polly. Yes.
Thank you guys for coming out. It was fun.
Yeah, there's certainly a lot of you who came out for this. I never thought that you guys were very talkative and very.
You were here the whole time.
Yeah, it was incredible to see you guys like just support. Like, I never thought that this mental health talk would take off as well as it did. So this is really thanks to Polly. This is thanks to you guys for being open to this experience. This is exactly.
Thank you, Ark. Thank you for this. This was great.
Yeah, no, thank you, Polly, for being on. Thank you, Chad.
I have some feedback. Give me vibes in the future. Give me.
What do you mean?
You should do bot music, I think, maybe.
For the mental health stream?
Yeah, because like otherwise like the guest will not be on the same vibe, I guess.
Oh, so maybe I should just have a bot in my super secret server.
You weren't supposed to tell me about that.
Well, it's fine.
It's a secret between you and chat.
It's literally a server where I set this up and spam emotes the test, so I can use them in memes. Otherwise, I use it for this.
Guys, it's just one channel and him saying "Pog you."
Well, wait, hold on. What's the
Plus promote, plus lemon help.
Plus lemon help. At Lemon Peace Patrol. Oh yeah, my channel names
Ploop?
are Test Picks and Oh God, Please Help Me. Ooh, hi Plu.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Plu. I think we're about to wrap things up though, so I'm really sorry this wasn't sooner for you, because I know it's like dinner time for 7. It's like dinner time for PTSD or PTSD
Yeah,
game.
Poop
Holy shit.
doesn't have a lot of time to himself right now.
No, I know, because he's a busy student. He's a hard worker. Huh?
More, but like.
True. Yeah. I know there is more to it. But we don't need to go into personal things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, guys.
Okay, just in time. Damn it.
Well, you know what? No. I'm not done yet. I'm not done. Chat, is there anything else that you want to say, or that you think would be a good topic for Polly or myself to cover in the future, or that any questions you think we can answer in the next few minutes? Like, we got time. I don't have, like, a deadline. 3 more hours, please. No, unfortunately,
God.
I have supervision tomorrow morning.
I have work tomorrow night, so it's like, okay.
Man.
Big thankies from McSpankies.
Well, I'm very, like, I'm
Catch you
actually...
later, Nicky boy.
My heart feels really nice right now knowing you guys enjoyed it this much. When's the next stream? I stream on Sunday. Sunday, probably around 3-ish p.m. EST.
Ooh, Vasilius with the pressure from others to do things. That one's a good suggestion.
Pressure from others to do things. Ooh.
And you could even cover peer pressure with that kind of topic as well.
I could. Yeah, anything, guys,
Also,
like...
being someone who hasn't, like, dealt with, like, peer pressure as, like, a big factor in any of my decisions, really, because I don't like peer pressure. It's kind of tough for me to talk about, but I'm sure, like, maybe you've had instances, like, where maybe you succumbed to it.
Yeah, I definitely have. From... Yeah, it's a very I'm not going to go... I don't know how TOS substance use is, but...
Oh, Frost, you're welcome.
Yeah, sure thing,
You're a
dude.
good friend.
I'm just glad I can inspire people like that, man. I just think, like I do have experiences with peer pressure and stuff, and eventually came down to, like, I did things because I wanted to, even if they weren't good choices, to be honest.
Yeah, and I feel like some people don't necessarily make all the decisions, like, that they make for themselves. Maybe it's for social gain, social status.
You know, I think...
Maybe...
Ooh.
Yeah, maybe you...
Ooh, no, that's a great topic for another time, because you could do a whole stream. I'm thinking now, Polly and Vasilius got my wheels turning. I think a lot about, like, social media trends and being an influencer and stuff, and the whole social laddering thing has been something I've been thinking out.
Oh.
I've been thinking about... Oh, I know Polly's been thinking about that. Not that it's relevant to any of you guys.
Oh, give me a break.
I've been thinking about that ever since I saw there was, and I'm talking about, like, big streamers that we have no business really interacting with. As
exactly.
In, like, I'll say his name, Sky Williams is one that comes to mind.
Big one.
Yeah, he's. I've been thinking about social laddering and stuff ever since, like, I saw one of my favorite old YouTubers come out about what he was doing, and how he was, like, literally just, like, stepping on people to get to a higher YouTube career.
Using people, like, or individuals as stepstones to get to where your end goal is.
Yeah, Lily Peach
where is
actually,
that end goal? Like, if you don't have an end goal. Oh my god, she is.
She is, because the person I'll tell you guys that story. So, and I don't know how much is this true, because this is just the dude's side. So I used to follow a League of Legends YouTuber called Stonewall, and he did, like, videos with the jungling role. And so he was friends with Sky, and he was friends with Lily Pichu, and, you know, he never really got to either levels of success. But basically, he, like, leaked DMs, supposedly, again, grain of salt, because I don't know how much of this is fully true, word of mouth, with Sky, and Sky was basically, like, you know, threatening him and stuff like that, basically, like, saying, like, I'm going to leave you behind, you don't tell people about this. And then Lily Pichu was like, why would you talk to him like that? So, you know, even though Pichu is, like, one of the biggest names on on Twitch.tv at this moment, you know, she's one of the biggest
Queen of Twitch, honestly.
Yeah, she's like a face of Twitch. I think she still interacts with people like that. You know, Stonewall. And, you know, Stonewall's kind of a big name. He's got a couple tens of thousands of subscribers under his belt, and he was a pretty household name for that game, League, when it was huge for a while. So that could be a whole different situation about peer pressure or just, like, social media pressure to, like, do things that are just, like, kind of make you feel gross.
I think it's hard to say where people really try to end up via social laddering, but, like, if they didn't have an end goal in mind when they start doing something like that, they could be, like, a huge problem to, like, a huge array of people, and, like, maybe it never ends, you know.
It's an addiction.
Yeah.
Like, you're never satisfied with where you are, so you want to keep climbing.
Mm-hmm.
Which, honestly, thinking about that, Polly, just kind of...
Yeah.
That kind of, like, makes me rethink what, like, the things maybe I was jealous about before, because it's like, I don't want to get to that level.
You know, I think Cupid has said this a lot. He sees like a lot of unhealthy behavior before like other people really like call themselves out on it, you know. And he's quick to point out stuff like that and like how he never wants to be like those types of people.
I can see my mind going to that direction, not like now or anything, but I can definitely see like if I had like a big spoonful of like massive success, then I could see that like me, I could definitely see myself succumbing to that. But the fact that I know that about myself, I think is a good sign, and I definitely hope I and all of you guys are able to hold me accountable to that.
Will do.
Yeah, so because I don't want to just like, I'm very, you know, despite everything.
Ark, step on me.
Oh God, no, I don't want to. I just only want to hug people.
He want friend, not stepstone.
Not stepping stool. By the way, Dr. K is a great video about how not to be a doormat that I watched. A+.
Ooh, how to not be a pushover.
Oh my God, it was such a good video. It's like 10 minutes long.
I feel like I'm a pushover sometimes, and I'm okay with it, but...
Me too, and that video is very, very good about explaining how not to do it. Excuse me.
I might need to check that out then.
Less sippy. Yeah, I'll DM it to you, Polly, and I'll post it for you guys to see. Maybe.
Okay,
maybe...
we should probably wrap up though.
Yeah, we are. So finally, I want to say that, you know, I'm very, very happy to have known Polly and everyone else here. Very grateful to this community. Lily's community is what got, you know, what really inspired me to like have more confidence in myself and what I can do. And just each and every one of you has done or said something that made me realize my worth. And I think, you know, a lot of people can share in that in chat, whether it be from us or from other people in the community that aren't here right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So...
Thank
you,
you,
I mean?
Dragon.
Yeah.
You're a good buddy, too.
Dragon has thanked the dragon. Okay, so yeah, I don't want to keep everyone here forever. This was a 3-hour, 10-minute stream. I could keep going for another hour, but I want to take a shower because I was playing with my hair the whole time and now it needs to be washed. And that is going to feel very good.
You're playing with your hair?
Dude, I play with my hair when I'm talking about something serious because that's how I focus.
Maybe you need a haircut.
I do need a haircut. I have long, flowing brown. Yeah, I'm glad you can make it, Poison. By the way, if you guys that came in late or if you needed to dip early or anything, that's totally fine. Like,
I appreciate you all being here, like, the time you were. That was cool. I don't know how...
What's that?
I don't know how these people were here this whole time, but it was very cool. Yo.
Oh, wait. How close?
Hold up. Big one.
Ooh, she's close. She's got another 100 under her belt.
I just noticed the corrupted channel wasn't. The corrupted channel was not on it.
Was not on what?
Sub to her.
How?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, again, thank you guys very much. We're gonna find somebody to raid.
Oh, okay. Apparently we just hit a milestone for Corrupted as well.
Oh, what milestone did you hit? 2,000?
2,000.
Hey! Corrupted 2,000! What a blussed up night, dude.
Wow.
Okay, who am I following that we can raid today? Let's see. Okay, so we have... On my list, we have Ringo, Monsday, Taro, Solnako. I think I've rated Little Sugoi.
Cake, I think, is doing a test stream, so...
Okay, yeah, that's what their status says. Sheenect, Pinky. Those are the... we have like 20-some people in chat. I like to,
Actually, wait, Cake is actually drawing, so, like, maybe we should...
Oh, let me check it out. We should or shouldn't?
Should.
Okay, let me see. It's been a while since I rated cake.
Mhm. And they were having a tough time last night, so I think that'd be cool.
Oh, that would be cool. Okay, yeah, perfect. We can. Okay. For today, I haven't rated Soul Nako yet, but maybe we can if they're streaming later. But I think for the sake of mental health and goodness, let's. No, Shinx, it's okay. It's okay. So what we're gonna do? I don't. What's our custom raid message? We're gonna come up with our custom raid message for Kate Catboy. What?
What should we do?
What do you mean?
Oh, for the message. I was thinking.
Yeah. You can do. Bigger.
Bigger. How many biggers? How many biggers are we gonna put?
Bigger.
Is it all caps? Oh yeah, it is all caps. Huh?
We could do cozy
Does it work?
train.
Does it work?
Oh, I kind of like the vibe train.
Ooh, do you not have bigger?
Oh, I have the melon. I'm sub to cake.
Huh.
I don't know if I want to do bigger. I kind of like the vibe train idea.
Vibe train. Yes.
I like it. We can raid train, vibe train. How about that?
Raid train, vibe train.
Or we can say carrying the vibes to cake.
Carrying the vibes to cake. I like that.
Yeah, let's
do
that.
it. Okay.
Okay, by the way, guys, from this point on, I want us to do... I really like custom raid messages. Because I've noticed that people... It makes them feel special, and they should feel special. Because we chose to raid them for a good reason. Carrying... Shoot. Come on, man. The vibes
Man.
to cake. There's our raid. And if you're sub to Cake Catboy and not me, you feel free to use that. You can use Cake's emotes, you can use my emotes, you can use both. And if you're not sub to either of us, then you're going to use this wizard emote. Or how about no, purple heart. Because purple magic is real. Good suggestion, Polly.
We gotta hurry.
I know. Okay. Yeah. Lily's is perfect if you're sub to both. Let's go, dude. And Cake Catboy has been very, very sweet to all of us in the channel.
They are good friend.
They are a great friend. And they did the blankets. This is perfect.
Yes.
Okay, thank you guys so much for being here. This was an amazing stream. I'm very happy. I'm very happy with all of you. Love you all. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Umu is strong.
Bro.
Here, I'm head petting my microphone. And
Oh God.
and I'll see you Sunday. Let's go.
Let's go.
I need to unmute.
You to wake up for so long.
Me too.
Please come back to us. Please come back to the real world. Oh my god. Arkhand! This stream doesn't exist! Go away!
Let's go.
Stop
Let's
making-
go.
Stop making a hype train! We're trying to... Oh my god.
The stream doesn't
Lemon.
exist.
Oh my god. Sir Arkhand, Jesus Christ.
Amazing.
Can we get it? Trist, are you here? Did you shut? Thank you, Trist. Thank you for shutting up.
I
Thank you
said
so
I
much for
used
the
this
raid,
to
Arkhand.
resub.
I'm
You're
still
amazing.
subbed, so I can't do that.
Sir William? Lemon? Thank you guys so much for
Look
the
at your
subscriptions,
melon.
guys. I love you guys.
Silver
Welcome to the
melon.
stream. This isn't a real stream. You're in a coma.
Oh,
You had a
No.
car accident.
What's up?
I'm so sorry to be the one to tell you.
she said you're in
You
a
can't
coma. You
walk
had a car
anymore.
accident. Oh, I think my Chrome crashed.
And also,
Oh,
your
my
your
Google
dog.
Chrome just crashed.
It's okay, but we had to give
What
him up
the
for
heck?
adoption. I'm
Oh.
so
You there,
sorry.
Ark?
Yeah, I'm here.
What the heck? That was weird.
Guys, you need to wake up. You need to wake up. This is just a dream. Please. You're not
Okay,
staring
then.
at a cat boy right now. keep going.
What do you think, Polly? How do you think it went?
Dude, that was
Original,
awesome.
thank you so much for gifting
Dude,
those
you were
2
like,
subs.
you were
totally didn't
perfect
have to
vibe.
do
I love
that.
it.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Polly. Really, this was great.
Arkhand, thank you for subscribing
I don't-
again. You got a new melon emote now because we all got new sub badges. So now you get a new sub badge. Janelle, thank you for gifting a sub to Firm.
Carrying the
You
vibes to cake.
goofball. You've given me too much. I hope you realize. But other than that,
Fake
welcome to
stream,
the stream.
real
Thank you for the
stream.
follows. This was supposed to be a test stream to test my bitrate. Chat is bullying me into keeping it live. By making a hype train happen. So that's a thing. This isn't a real raid either.
Chat is
Carrying the
bullying
vibes
me.
to cake. Oh no. It seems like